Hello everyone at home. Welcome back to the Hokage Heroes Cafe, the Trials of the Wickermen. Today we have everyone here. We have Pod, Kiwi, Jose, Hedge, and Phil, and today is Kiwi's first day. Also, hi Pod.
Hey.
I hope everyone is good. Start off. Let's have a quick recap. Why don't we? Last time on the you all we're on the road from Isocross to the Sprint Valley capital of Thorn. Y'all were traveling with the with the Ceredrian heads of government, including Prime Minister Answald, Minister of the Center Thrawn, and Vice Minister Odette, and their associated accompaniment. Upon getting to Thorn, y'all went off on y'all's own for a little bit, ran into Malar, Amelie's fiance, and his grandfather, the fifth highest ranking mage in Sprinfall, and Malar's grandfather, Ozykis Creed. After that, you'll made your way up to the library of the Rune Readers, where y'all met up with Andilius. Argus and Melina were already there. Several of the other guild leaders were already there, including Rie, Misha, Vanna with Plastique there as well. Trying to remember who else was there. Leah Fiel and Uliri were there. And I believe that is it for now. I don't believe anyone else was quite there yet. So, after that, had a situation where Isaac managed to find a +1 to the wedding. Varys managed to find 2 +1s because he rolled a natural 20 on getting the girls along. He can't keep getting away with this.
I'm just a fucking goat.
I fucking hate him so much right now. Oh, that's not a response. I hate this guy.
Oh yeah,
so much.
Kiwi, get this. Two women argued to see who would go with Hedge's character. He rolled a natural 20. So now they're both going with him. Both of whom could kick his ass. And then Amelie, went off to do something that we will speak on a little bit after freeing an animal and agreeing and talking with Leofiel to have it actually sent to the House of Honor. That way it would be taken care of there, and with its newfound sentience, it would get to live a good life.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
didn't really think my actions through.
I mean, you know what? It's a good thing Leofiel was there, because she's actually the perfect person, because she could take it to the House of Honor, and then living underneath the tree that touches the sky. I'll say, they have that whole zoo where the gang got into shenanigans riding on the back of dinosaurs. So it can live there. And yeah. But we're going to step back a little bit. There's a certain location everybody needs to do. So we'll just actually go to the better part of Thorn. As entering into the city, as part of the caravan with with the dwarven accompaniment from the country of Karatis. Inside that carriage, we do see, inside this caravan, we do see that there is the carriage of the Grand Duke. One second, let me post the picture. That will also remind me of his full name. Volgrim Stormforge, the leader of the Kiridusi Federation. In that same carriage is also the first chair, leader of the opposition, and the second in command, Thorum Halfbreath, and the protege of the Grand Duke, Lord Brunram Frostbinder. Then, as well, Commander of the Hammers of Moradin, Commander Admor Boldfront. And then, along with them, Lady Genria Stormforge, daughter of the Grand Duke. But there is an individual in this caravan that kind of sticks out. Kiwi, would you mind describing Pensy?
Absolutely. Pensy is a Kenku bard. They have all black feathers and black eyes. They stand at 4'9" and only weigh 75 pounds and are about 23 years old.
23. So, for reference, everyone, Kenku's only lived to about 60. So, if you translate that into human years, he's about late 20s, early 30s. As you'll see that Admor, or as Pensy, you see that Admor is sticking his head out the carriage. Look at it. We are almost. We are almost there, my lord. Is there anything? Is there anything you would like me to prepare for your, for our arrival? You could get ready to throw hands when we're there! As everyone looks over towards a boisterous, shirtless, elder dwarf, rippling with muscle, laughing his absolute ass off right now. A character that the rest of you guys know as the goat, Garim, the man who suplexed the mammoth. So yeah, with that, I do not have time for our petty contests, Garim. You always have time. I can't do the accent that well. You always have time for me. Not right now. You're not. You're getting less fun as time goes on. And as you're doing that, Garim more so sits down into his own thing and decides to kind of like sit there, kind of pouting a little bit. Something you would think is a little bit unbecoming of someone his age, but you know he's boisterous and he's very, very good at his job as the guild leader of the Band of Brothers. Leader Stonegrip, if you don't mind, actually. We, before the trip happened, we only arranged for enough rooms for the lot of us. I am to understand that you will be staying at the library with the rune readers. Aye, that's the case. Do you mind taking young Pensy there with you? This person giving him orders is the Grand Duke. Grand Duke Stormforge.
I'll be right back. I've got to use the restroom.
Yep. Well, what do you say? What do you say, kid? Want to meet some adventurers?
Sure. I'm always up to meeting some new people, especially adventurers.
Okay, so you're not doing the thing where Kenku parrots other people. Awesome.
No, I figured that would be too much of a pain.
I appreciate that so much because that frustrates me so much when people do that.
Yeah.
The fact that he's audible and he could talk and everything like that. Yes. All right then. We'll get to meet you everything there. Let's see. There's going to be the world's strongest man. Emphasis on man, because let's be honest. As again, you see him and when he flexes, you can see every single vein in his body do it, and it looks kind of weird for someone of his age. But you realize, whatever this guy's diet is and however much he lifts, it's working for him. Yes. And then after you agree to that, Genria says, "Well, it's a shame that you won't be able to stay with us, Pensy. But I guess that is part of the reason that you wanted to come along, was to hear about the adventurers and be able to write your own grand story."
Well, I have enjoyed our company together, but I must continue to travel and meet new people.
That's not necessarily over yet. Surely I will see, I would say, given the fact that we all have wedding invitations, and that there probably won't be another sitting world leader getting, I would say, having nuptials in our lifetime, I would say, in your lifetime, why not come along? My lady, I
Well,
do not think that that is wise. I don't care what you think, Lord Halfbreath.
I would certainly be happy to be able to witness such a monumental marriage.
Fantastic then. Let's say, Lord Stonegrip. Aye! Do you mind also procuring him some formal wear, preferably something in either crimson, say in crimson or gold? I can do that. Perfect. If he is to be my plus one, he must match. Basically, got a date with the princess, bro.
Well, that works.
Yeah, dude, a little bit of exaggeration there, but you get the picture.
Yeah,
It's her way of getting you in.
yeah,
And after
exactly.
that, she says, "Oh, and I know that we will not have time tonight, but tomorrow, if you don't mind, I would love for you to meet me at, say, at the Archive of Thorn. I hear that there are some tomes and stories that would." Okay, at least in his defense, Pensy's got a 20 in charisma, so there's a
That's
little
true.
bit of a difference there between him and Varys. Hedge is just lucky. Pensy is good. Um, so with that, as everyone starts to meet up, so he starts to head as they get off of the caravan and head back towards us and head towards their places. Garam says, "Oh, all right, lad. Pensy, right?
You've got it right.
Awesome. Well, let's go meet some of the world's greatest adventurers. I wonder if we're going to be the last ones there. Hopefully not. I've got a good feeling about whose that's going to be.
Oh,
You don't know who they are, but I bet you a gold that it is going to be Kari."
I suppose I'll have to take your word for it.
Damn. Was hoping you might take me up on the bet. But hey,
I don't exactly have a lot of money to risk losing.
oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you the money I was gonna have you start out with. Let me actually fix that real quick. Um, Let me do this. Okay, refresh your page, and you should be able to see the gold you got. All right. But but on that front, you and Garam are going, and when you see the streets of Thorn, it is like no city you've ever experienced. Thorn very much is the definition of a magical wonderland. Everything about it is just billowing with mystic power. Everything about it is just from the lights being powered by magical power stones, from the from everyone in there. They're not really like doing anything by hand. Almost everything is being done through magic. And the few people that aren't doing anything through magic, they look pretty much like it's like, okay, those are the people that they don't have magic, so they compensated.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, as you eventually make your way there,
Sorry.
no worries. We'll say that this is gonna be a little bit after Varys gets back from I'll say from out shopping with guild leader Vernadavia and the guild leader of the Desert Rats, the Rat Queen Misha Sand, and Yuliri Ashflight. Varys, you walking in, y'all are talking for a little bit. Pensy, you and Garum walk in, and then Varys, you hear it as Pensy. You see Garum's eyes light up the moment that he sees this about 6'1", actually 6'2" ish. What appears to be Drow with a red-haired elven woman and a saying a dark-skinned fire genasi on either side. I'm gonna post everyone's pictures in Hokeki Heroes game chat. This is the fire genasi, Misha. This is Varys. And this is Yuliri. So then, as you walk in again, he sees it, and you see him. I say his eyes like kind of light up, and he says, "Make way, kid." I say, "Make way, lad." Oi! As he shouts, it's like, "Heads up!" As he starts sprinting towards Varys. Varys,
Oh,
roll me. Actually, what's your passive perception?
it's low. My passive perception is a 50. Oh, not as low as I thought it was. It's a 15.
Okay, 15. Then you turn around and you hear it, and you see this wall of muscle and gray hair that's only about like 4 foot, like 6 or whatever, charging at you. What do you do?
Uh, I like instinctively go into the like wrestling move and someone charges at you, you pick him up and like you flip him the other way.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do, and that's like out of instinct.
All right. You know what I need from you?
A strength check.
No, I need an athletics check. Are you raging, by the way?
Yes.
Good.
Athletics.
1 second. I need to do one thing first.
Okay, that's 23.
Let me pull up here. Cool. Okay. Ooh, not the best roll. Wait, you get advantage on athletics checks when you're raging, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
So if he's raging, he should get advantage as well.
Holy shit. You're not going to believe what he rolled.
Was it a 13?
No, it was a 23.
Jesus, okay. So
Didn't you get... Okay, do you want to roll again? Rollies?
Sure, we can do rollies.
Let's do roll off to see what happens. Actually, no. First off, actually, I'm going to say that y'all read it. You see, like, you plant your feet in the ground. Your your blood starts to boil. And then y'all meet. And it looks really weird to any outside observer. Pensy, you see this tall-ass drow and this short but muscle hamster-esque dwarf basically just running to just stop there. And then they just stop there as they are now in this contest of strength, like Hulk Hogan Andre style.
Immovable object meets unstoppable force.
Let me see if I can find it. This is basically it. I posted it in the Hogeki Heroes game chat. What it basically is. Yes. Okay. Now, what is your second roll for the strength chat?
Oh, I have not rolled yet. So is this just a straight roll or?
Athletics check.
Okay, another athletics check, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, that's a 29.
That is a 29. Okay.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I pick him. I think I pick him up and just like flip him the other way and just slam him to the ground.
Okay, as you see it, as they're doing this test of strength, you see this Drow basically get the upper leverage because of his height, and then just start to pin around, start to bring the arms up under, lift up the probably 250, 300-pound Garum, who's just doing it, and then uses his momentum as he just leans back into basically a modified, like, front-facing German suplex, and just suplexes Garum straight into it. Roll me damage. Roll me
Isn't it a
2d8.
D6? 2D. Ooh.
Y'all are raging. Y'all are using each other's momentum, and again, y'all can take it.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the kind of absurd shit that I love, Kiwi. I'm sorry.
10
No,
points of
it's all
damage.
good.
10 points.
10 points of damage. Okay. And you see it, and then you hear someone shout out, "What the fuck was that? What the fuck?" And then you hear Garum on the ground, starfished out now. Ha ha ha! Ah, good one, lad! As he shoots up now, kind of dropping his rage from that. Ah. So, tell me I'm not the last one here.
I'm not sure.
As far as I know, you're not. I don't know if anybody's come in since we showed up. Yes, we have been out for several hours. As y'all see, again, around the corner comes Andilius and Argus, because they heard the thing. For reference, Andilius is the leader of the Rune Readers, the Sprinfali Adventurers Guild, and Argus Bane is the leader of the Nyrian Adventurers Guild. Their boss, I'll say, the party's boss, and also considered the world's strongest man. Let me find it. Guilds, Andilius, and Argus.
Okay.
Yep. Looking around, I say over there, it's like, wait, what the hell happened? Oh, Garum's here. Hello, old friend. How are you doing, Andilius? It is good to see you, you bastard. Oh, where are my manners? Everyone, this is Pensy. He is a friend of the Lady Stormforge of Karatis. I was hoping that we could give him room and board here for the duration of the wedding. And Dilius, who is, by the way, twirling a staff of power, something you would recognize, and you know that this guy is pretty actually well known for being, I'll say for everything. He's named the Rune Reader, and you can see why with the runes all up and down his body. Again, twirling a staff of power like a I'll say like a baton as he walks and looks you up and down. Well, of course we can accommodate that. Welcome. I'll say welcome to the library, Pensy. Steal anything, and I will turn you into a toad. I like toads.
Well, I don't think that'll be a problem.
Fantastic. Also, if you see a scary red-haired elf lady, that as he pulls you, Leary, over, looks like an older version of her, probably should avoid her. Can you let me go now, please? Sorry about that, my dear. So, again, I am Andilius. Welcome to my library. Again, as you have already can tell, Argus Bane. Obviously, you know Garum Stonegrip, Yuldiri Ashflight, Misha Sand of Runadavia, and Varys Bane. Varys Rivers. Also of Nair. So, everyone, does anyone else say we were just
Of
checking
Galrun.
Galrin, sorry. Well, you work for Nair.
Yeah. We're from Galrun.
But you work for Nair.
I just kick him in the shin.
With that, you see that there's actually a mage hand blocking your kick.
I feel like a mage hand isn't. I get why he did it, but I feel like a mage hand isn't strong enough to stop one of his kicks.
Well, I mean, I
also
assume you weren't kicking it full power.
Oh no, he wasn't. It was just like kicking the shins kind of video.
But yeah, no, I was about to say this kind of thing where basically like, he's basically again this dude basically is a giant troll, so he's gonna keep fucking with you guys, right? Well, Pensy, actually, if you don't say if you're okay with it, Varys, your crew is down one, right?
Our crew is down one. Yes.
So that means one of y'all has a double room to yourselves. Oh, one sec. Sorry, somebody's on the phone in the room. Okay, cool. She's out of the room now. My bad. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Where were we? Oh yeah. With that, then. Well, I do remember that you and Josaku were taking a room together, Varys. So, I hope Isaac doesn't mind if Pensy bunks with him tonight. Come on, I'll show you where your room is.
Thank you.
Problem. And with that, we're actually going to cut to something else for a little bit, just to do this because we do need to keep it doing. So, at the Creed residence, we're gonna put it over here for now at this screen. Amelie,
Yeah.
you are there at say at the dinner that you were kind of more or less coerced into going to there with your fiance and his grandfather in attendance for the say for the meal. As you know, there are the Creed household help, sort of helping make sure everything is good and ready there. As you're waiting off in a side room, you do see Ozykis actually walk into the room. Let me repost a picture of him real quick. Arcanum Ozykis. Word fifth. Hello. I was like, hello, young Miss Rotier.
She gives a. She extends her hand in a cordial manner and returns the greeting.
As he does the thing of like doing like the quick like kiss on a hand thing that you do in this saying that kind of situation, and he says, "Well, if you don't mind, I would like for us to talk for a few minutes in a more private. I would say in a more private thing." As he snaps, and the rest of the attendants leave the room for a moment, and it's just you and him in there to say together alone for a moment. Well, young lady, what is your intention with my grandson?
She kind of claps her hands together a little anxiously, looks around and watches as all the help leaves, and she says, rather sourly, she says, "Sir, don't these conversations go much better over dinner? Why don't we invite the help back in and have our meal?"
My dear girl, if I am anything, I am observant. I know my grandson's tastes. I do not object to them. His father and mother, on the other hand, are a different story. However, I have heard, I would say there is a reason that he was presented so forwardly among suitors for the heiress to the Rotier fortune. Because I want to know if you planned to I say to utilize, I say to more or less take advantage of him, or more so to help him.
She kind of widens her eyes and just looks around, looks back to him, and says, "I didn't know you all had money. I didn't know who I was being married to.
That is the
Wouldn't really
thing.
matter."
Compared to your family, we don't. Compared to most of the Arcanum families, I am one of the few who has not used my power to make a massive fortune or establish some sort of large conglomerate or some sort of benefit package in my family's name. I am I prefer to get back to the people of Sprinfall. My son is the more ambitious of us. Prefer that Malor marry into someone with finances to match our family's magical prestige. And while he is powerful in himself, I believe Malor is closer to me than he is. And observing your progress as a mage, I might believe that you are too. So I ask again, what are your intentions to do? Speak frankly. I do not hold any power over the marriage, but Malor is my only grandson. I rather, I am rather fond of him. I would like to think of the fact, I would say, think the fact that I think more about his interests than his own parents do. So, I am looking out for the best interests of my grandson and his wants and needs right now when I ask, what is the plan, my dear? I figure that being upfront with this subject would be more respectful of your intelligence, given what I've heard of you.
Sharp inhale through her nose. As she looks at him a little firmly, says, "Truth be told, old man, not really much of a plan at all. I'm not his keeper. I'm not his keeper. Once we're married, he's free to make his own decisions. He's a grown adult. He wants to sleep with the help, find other people that he's more interested in that align with his tastes better. Okay, that's what I'm planning on doing as well. That's roughly our agreement. I don't think I'm forgetting any details between us, but at the same time, if I am, they're not exactly your business. I am
Very
going to do
true.
my best. I am going to do my best to make sure that his lifestyle is funded, at least. I mean, I make more money than I know what to do with.
Malor is not a spendthrift. I taught it. I made sure to instill ideals of frugality and financial sense into him. I made sure he is a good person. He won't throw away your family fortune. He will not spend it in what say needlessly. In fact, as far as what he has communicated to me, he's been taking up more recently. While he has done extensive research into the field of business and management, he's actually doing so even more than his magical studies. It seems that whatever you all plan to do, it appears that you would seem to be on the same page. You don't exactly seem like the businessy type. No offense, my dear, but the
Eh,
businessy type doesn't tend to become an adventurer.
in all frankness, I don't really care what he does with the money. I make my own as it is. I'm not really planning on being home very often. She kind of takes her fingernails, scratches plaque from between her sharp teeth. She says, I, with all due respect, I don't really care what he does. I not to. I'm not. I'm not his parents. It's not my job to um take the most keen interest in his ambitions and his intentions with others. I can support him as a friend along the way, but that's about all I'm going to do. That's
And
about all I'm.
that is what I was looking for. To make sure that even at the end of the day, at at least Malor can count on you as a friend, if nothing else.
Oh, I was hating the guy once I got to actually know him. Y'all did a pretty decent job raising an okay kid.
Much, I would say, if only I did as well with his father.
Eh, you live and learn.
I've got a feeling I'm going to like you, Mr. O'Tear. Amelie, and you may call me Ozykis. No formalities. If we are to be family, then that is how I would prefer it. Your father is a prick, if I'm being completely straightforward, and one of the reasons that I suggested the pairing and made moves to pull strings to organize such a meeting was because of your issues with your father. I figure if someone has issues with one of the biggest assholes in business in all of Sprinfall, they can't be that bad of a person, can they?
She's kind of fidgeting with her lip with one of her fingers, sort of not even like self-soothing, almost just touching her face, distracting herself as she goes. You know, ever since I left the house, I never imagined how many people were going to be calling Daddy a prick. I'm almost getting tired of hearing it. I know. I'm
I
living with him for
apologize for it then, my dear. I won't mention it again.
you ain't gotta apologize for anything that my father has done.
Oh, I
It's
wasn't
his fault.
apologizing for that. I was apologizing for pushing beating a dead horse, as they say. I did not mean to
Either way,
I didn't mean to belabor you with something you've heard a million times.
she's almost getting a little frustrated. It's like she says, "It's not you. It's that fucking bastard. I can't believe how many people are sick of him. I thought I was the only one. He did such a
Oh,
good job at face in
no.
front of people."
Again, your father, to be to give respect where it is due, he is one of the most brilliant business minds on the planet. He helped take what was the most profitable vineyard and wine industry, winemaker in the country, and turned it into the one into the world over the course of about a 25-year span. His business moves, acumen, and ability to talk business and be cordial in a business sense, he's second to none. However, outside of the world of business, where there aren't gold, silvers, and coppers to be made, you would find that your father has very few friends outside of work. It's the singular mindedness towards his career that makes him such a good uh tycoon, for lack of a better term. That makes him annoying as an individual.
She kind of sighs as she crosses her arms and says, "Well, try living with him all your life."
Oh, I hope I won't have to. And if he would like to, unfortunately, all the rooms here at House Creed happen to be full whenever he comes to visit. I'm sure we can go about setting him and your mother up in the loveliest hotel we can find. However, she is welcome to stay here if she would like. And by that I mean
It's
just get away from him.
mm-hmm. It's clear that talking about her mom really brings down her mood. Like it brings a
Hmm.
sadness to her expression that's
I apologize if I said anything out of line, my dear. It was not my intention.
she just she just shakes her head, tries to brush off the feeling, says, "No, no need. Yeah. Um yeah, if you will do me a favor as whatever you are, grandfather-in-law, just make sure that mom is okay."
That I will. My family does not have a lot of money, but there is a reason I am the oldest member of the Arcanum. I've been around a long time, and I made a lot of friends. I will say, and part of that, having such a union and such a partnership between two families with opposite ends of power in there, and having such an influential power couple, I believe is the term you young people use these days.
I have no idea. I don't call my parents a power couple.
No, I was talking about you and Malar. As in you and
Well,
Malar. I was like, with that sort of union, extra eyes will be on your father. He needs to be on his best behavior. And I will be sure of it too. So, don't worry about that. Now, enough with the other things. Let us go eat and be merry. So we can all have
please.
fun. We can do it. I am also been told that you love to cook.
Oh, I know a thing or two. She almost immediately begins reaching into her backpack, pulling out one at a time each of the cookbooks that she has gathered and added notes to in each of the countries that she has been. Let me see if I can find them in my inventory. Fucking hell. Uh, I have Ceredrian history. I don't know if I've got their cookbooks. Rice and cookbooks. Um, Galarian cookbook. Kuramise. I could have sworn I had another one around here somewhere.
You got
Tan.
a ton of them there. It's like, well, I thought of that, and that is why I've also arranged for another dinner guest who I believe you may have interest in.
Her eyebrows arch very slightly. Confusion kind of clouds her features. And she just smiles and says, "Huh?"
as he walks up, again, old man way of doing it, opens the door, it's like, Raleigh, can you come here? As in walks a tiefling, well dressed and whatnot, wearing actually a little bit of like a sort of like a more refined chef's outfit, but you recognize him.
Hmm.
Raleigh Flary. Supposedly, he is considered the best chef in all of Thorn, and possibly all of Sprinfall.
Ooh. Not gonna lie, she was kind of hoping for Sarka, and she's almost let down. But then once she realizes that she's talking to basically Gordon Ramsay, the excitement comes back in milliseconds.
I wouldn't say Gordon Ramsay. Mix Bobby Flay with, like, Guy Fieri? Yeah, well, actually, yeah, Gordon Ramsay's a good one. Yeah, basically, like, that's who it is. Oh, hey, Miss Rotier, it is, right? Hey, yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
She gives a very formal bow at first, but then when she's done, she very excitedly approaches him and says, "I am so pleased to meet you." She extends her hands for her handshake.
Yep, I was saying, you see, he's done it. Him with his spiky blue hair and his like blue goatee and whatnot. Again, the man is basically a walking peacock here. It's like, well, are you all ready to go to the City of Flavor?
I'm dropping out. I'm sorry, I'm dropping out. I can't do this anymore.
No, I was gonna do it, but yeah, y'all spend the rest of the time with Raleigh Flary and whatnot. You get taken to Flavor Town, bitches.
Sickening.
I love y'all's reaction to stupid shit like this. All right, well, back to the archive. Sorry, not the library. It's the archive. I keep messing that name up. I shouldn't have made the guy in charge of the archive the librarian. I should have made it like the archivist or something. But it's whatever. All right. So back at the archive, Andilius is leading, Pensy, Varys, and everyone to their rooms. As they stop off, as you do find that Misha is going to be the first one done. But as you all actually are doing that, you do see that Argus is actually walking around with someone else. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it's not Argus. Varys, to you, is a familiar face. It is a blue-skinned tiefling. She's wearing red robes, has glasses, and is carrying a book with her, of course. It is Callista. And she is leading another familiar face who you're not as happy to see. And that would be the Iron Wall of Lastar. Rex. Hello. So hello there, everyone. Andilius, it is good to see you again, friend. Misha. And it's like, Rex! How are you, you old bastard? I am well. Mr. Rivers.
Rex?
I would like to clear some air between us, if you don't mind. Last we met, there was some hostility there, and I apologize for that. I would say, I very much would apologize for the actions that occurred under my roof, and I hope that we can progress forward as individuals working on the same side with a pleasant working relationship.
Apology accepted.
Good. Now, with that, I believe we can we can all talk more with pleasantries in the morning, as it is late. And I believe that everyone probably wants to get off to bed as they were traveling today. I came in a few hours after your own caravan. I was told that you all left from Mesocross with the Prime Minister and the Minister of the Center and the Vice Minister. It has been good to see you, Mr. Rivers, Yuliri, Misha, as a Andilius. And then Callista walks up and, hey, Varys! So y'all are in town. Do y'all have invitations, I take it?
I mean, who said that?
Callista.
Callista was the chick that escorted us, right?
Yes, she was with there when y'all first met near Vosh and spoke with him.
She was the weird kinky torture lady.
She was the one who did the torture stuff, yes.
I remember making fun of her for having an ex in last time. I remember making fun of her. Sorry, what is the question, Hyper?
She asked how you've been.
Oh, decent. Nearly dying a few times, not dying, killing a few things.
That's
The
good.
regular adventure life.
I see you got more of the fun toys.
I did get more of the fun
As
toys.
she points at the belt. Well, I guess I'll
Yeah.
just have to see everybody's fun toys and yeah, go on from there. Well, I better show Rex to his room. It's good seeing you guys, and we'll catch up later.
You
For
have a good
reference,
night as well.
Callista was a character that helped out the party earlier in the campaign. Back at, I think, like level 6-7 range. So, with that, everybody is led to their room, and then Isaac! Phil?
Yeah, I'm here.
You hear a knock on your door.
I don't need any room service. I'm good, thanks.
As at that one, Adilius busts in. It's like room service, bitch. I am the host of the house.
I didn't call for you either, though.
No, but I do have something for you. So we have an extra guest, and most of the rooms are full. So the ones that aren't reserved, basically here. So you're one of the only people that has an empty bed in your room. So as then Pensy, he basically like yoinks you in here. This is Pensy, a friend of Garen's. And for now, I hope you don't mind, but he has been assigned to be your bunkmate for the evening. Let's say for the next couple days.
Okie dokie.
Alright? Pensy, this is Isaac. He's a member of the Wickermen of of the River Watch of Nair.
Hello, it's
Say,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Right, well.
I'm gonna toss him the ring of magic detection, or the wand of magic detection. They consider this a welcoming gift.
Oh, thank you.
I see you just toss him basically the equivalent of somebody just tossing someone $100s iPhone.
Also,
So
Hyper.
many magic items.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't look so surprised. Phil is the most stacked with magic items in our entire group. He just holds that shit.
Is he really?
I've been trying to give this one away though, but nobody else wants it. So I figured, okay,
Let me see about Isaac's thing. Yeah, wand of magic detection. All of its charges they just have not used it. Oh my God! Wait, I forgot you are. Wait, why aren't you wearing the periaptive health?
Because I can't wear it while I'm wearing a necklace I have.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. that D&D has really stupid slot rules. I don't give a shit about the ring one though. Like, fuck the ring rule. You can wear. Say you have 10 fingers, you can wear up to 10 rings as long as you have enough attunement slots.
No, but yeah, you can have the wand, so I'm not just hoarding the guidance, guys. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose.
That's not the only group of magic items you can do. Well, I'm going to leave you two here to speak for a little bit, and everyone can meet up and do whatever in the morning. As Andilius walks away and then leads Varys, Misha, and Yuli to their rooms.
Hey, I thought I was rooming with Josaku.
No. Separate rooms.
Okay.
You're not. Bitch, please.
Well, I was confused.
You wish.
I thought I want to room with Josaku. That's why, like, rooming the bunk buddies.
The Marshall Mad Lads.
Bunk buddies.
Yeah, it's like the scene from Step Brothers. That's me and Josaku. That's Mars and Josaku.
I mean, it's not like Misha hasn't been a bunk buddy of yours before. Hey-o!
I don't know what he's talking about, guys.
I need to grab my laptop charger real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, sure you don't. Does Ring of Nude ring any bells? Oh
Nope.
yeah, I have an item in the campaign, Kiwi, where it's called the Ring of Newt. It turns everything invisible except your clothes.
Huh.
Basically, to walk around invisible, you gotta be butt ass naked to do it. And it's just a joke item that I found
Yeah.
online. I was like, this would be really funny to use.
Yeah, I can see it being pretty funny.
Yeah, it was. Um, so yeah, now Pensy and Isaac, you two are left in a room together.
Um, I'm I've traveled here with Genria as kind of a companion of hers, since we share a similar interest in stories.
And Isaac, you wouldn't know them by the name Genria, but you would also probably say like Stormforge. That name would ring a bell because you would have heard it in Karatis as the name of the leader of the country, Grand Duke Volgren Stormforge.
Oh wait, so you're like a court storyteller or something?
Actually, no. We just happened to meet each other and have similar interests, and she took me along as a companion on this journey, and I will also be joining her for the wedding.
That sounds fun.
Yes, I mean we both share a great deal of interest in history. In fact, we're going to check out the library tomorrow.
What like just like general history and stuff?
Uh, Great tales, adventurers' tales, anything that can be turned into a great song.
I had a buddy like that.
Until he took an arrow to the knee. Sorry, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
He's busy now lately though.
Ah, yes, that does seem to happen.
Well, it's nice meeting you. I'm pretty beat though, so I'm probably gonna head to bed.
Yes, it's been quite a journey here, so I think I'll do the same.
Sorry,
Oh,
that took longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry.
No, hey, you're good. Basically, it was just Pensy describing, telling himself about a little bit about himself to Isaac and whatnot. And yeah, everyone there. Amelie, eventually you get back from dinner with the Creeds and Chef Flaherty. Which by the way, that name is spelled like that.
Yay!
Raleigh Flaherty. Um, as you all say as you get back, you notice it's pretty quiet here. The only people in the lobby of the archive are Andilius and an individual you have not met before, I don't believe. Actually, let me double check. Oh, wait, no. What the fuck am I talking about? Yes, you have. You see there a short gnome with blue hair and these mechanical looking gauntlets on her hands.
Yeah, well, shit, what was her name?
Rosny.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. For reference, this is Rosny, the leader of the Gulshamite Adventuring Guild, the think tank. As it looks over, ah, Amelie! It's good to see you. I was just chatting with our dear Rosny. Chatting is one way to put it. Oh, hello, Amelie. It is good to see you again.
You as well. Both of you as well. I wasn't expecting you both in the same room.
Nor was
It is.
I. I only just got here moments ago.
Hmm.
Oh, come on, Rosny. Do you really hate me that much? Yes. Yes, I do. Aw. We have a fun friendship. That is not what this is. Well, I have heard other things on more important notes, though. If you don't mind, Amelie, may I at least take a look at your bracelet and your crown for a moment? From what I have been told, these need further studying than just what a professor in say in a care can do.
She sighs a little bit as she walks forward. She's kind of used to people asking to look at her stuff at this point, and she says, "Any chance you could take one of these things off my hands?"
As she goes to touch the catalyst, but draws her hand back because of how hot it is. Unfortunately, I don't think that is possible. It seems that those are fairly well bonded to you. And Dilius, have you ever seen anything like this? Other than them, I can't say that I really have. I mean, them, Leofiel, Argus. Which reminds me, how the fuck does Oro have one? Out of all people! Like you, or me, or like Garim, I would understand. Rex, Rie, literally anyone else other than Oro, I would get. How did that lucky bastard get one? Think that, just that. He's a lucky bastard. Well, I won't keep you any further, and I know you, and I would love to talk to you more about that tomorrow. She's a little bit busy tomorrow. Because somebody's part of the wedding. And guess who's the best man? It's me. But you, say, Little Miss Rotier, are one of the bridesmaids. So you have to go out and do a couple things there. There's only, I said, there's only like 3 of them, so you gotta do something. Still don't know why Rowdos won't let me throw him a bachelor party. Buzzkill. I would take that to just believe that the man is very happy to be, I say, to be betrothed. His impending nuptials bring him great joy, so there's nothing for him to miss out on. He never knew what he was missing. Alright, well, let me lead you 2 to your rooms, and then we'll head in for the night.
Yeah. Sorry I'm quiet. I'm having a hard time thinking of responses.
You're good. Yeah, basically, Andelius just said it's like, hey, we both have responsibilities to do as the best man and one of the bridesmaids, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. Alright. And as you all go to sleep, Pensy, you find yourself in this very unique location. I don't really have a great thing for it, so I'll just keep the archive up because this is the closest I really have at the moment to it. Let me see. Uh, Actually, let's go with. Do I have? I might have something with it. Double check. No. 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 Um. You know what? Let's just make it. Let's just leave it as is for the moment. Actually, no wait. I found a good one for it. Represent what it is. So let's do Here. You find yourself in this room. It seems as if there's nothing really around except for wall to wall of books. Books as high as I would say as far as the eye can see, as high as the eye can see. Everywhere around here seems to be just filled with the written word. Just from where you're standing, you can see things written in at least 20 different languages, possibly more. And then all of a sudden, you feel this gust of wind, and there is a book that falls to your feet. What do you do?
I suppose I take a look at the book.
You open up the book, and inside, you see, like, as soon as you open it up, there's this flash of light, and it's almost as if there is this magically constructed image in front of you. I would say that this would freak you the fuck out, right? Because it's not what you were expecting.
Yeah.
Would you say that you dropped the book onto the ground? Almost just because, like, it just appears in front of you.
Yeah, probably.
As you do, it then gets bigger and stands out in front of you. As you see two glowing figures. One large, imposing, humanoid, but this almost black radiating aura. Very, very, like, all-encompassing just looking at it. And then this other one has this almost white aura around it. Much smaller individual.
Okay.
And you hear the words in these monotone voices, so you don't really get any sort of reading on reading on them as to like gender, age, and you can't really hear anything. It's almost like you know how like there's that default like Siri AI voice.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the whole thing in that.
Okay.
Why have you called me here? Who were you to make demands of me? No demands were made, only an invitation. Then what is stopping me from taking this invitation and turning it into my benefit just by just killing you right here and now?
Uh,
Because I bring more to you alive than dead. Really? What is it that you have that I cannot just take? I have so much. And look at me. There's no one else like me in this world. While that is true, there's nothing to say that I couldn't just take everything you have. Why take when you can have a partner in your crusade? As you see the large being with the ranch thing, like grasp the smaller being by the throat and lift them up a little bit off the ground. You can see it's basically like where their tiptoes are still there, not like fully like suspending them by the throat, but you can tell it's like definitely a show of power kind of thing. And the white orbed person doesn't fight back. Then you need to explain. It seems we had some spying eyes. Allow me to give us some privacy. And the story ends. I was saying the book closes. As all behind you, you see tales of the past can influence the future. As you see this old wrinkled hand pick up the book Do you look at the person who's picking up the book?
Yes.
You look at it and see this old man. Humanoid looking, but almost like you can't tell what race he is.
Okay.
Or quite how old he is, because it's almost like this, like both timeless and aged. He had a long white beard, this brown and white flecked cloak, and as soon as you look at him, he says, "No one's there to tell this story." And then you wake up.
What time of night is it? Or morning?
It is actually morning.
Hmm.
You see the light has begun to say is through the windows. You would guess it's about like 7, 8 a.m. About normal time. You feel like it's like I got in a full night's sleep, but what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Um, birds don't sweat, so I don't know if you could wake up with sweat, but maybe wake up with the mouth open, which is what they do to cool down.
Isaac.
I appreciate,
Oops, sorry. What would you say, Pod?
I appreciate the attention to detail. I love that kind of thing.
I did not know that birds don't sweat, so I just learned something today. This is education.
Yeah. If you ever see birds just like with their mouths open, they're trying to cool down.
It's like how dogs also don't sweat.
Horses
Dogs
don't burp.
don't sweat. That explains so much.
Yeah, that's why dogs pant, is
The
because they don't
panting.
sweat.
Phil's learning new things today.
Yeah, they don't have
Sweating is actually a pretty uniquely like.
it's almost exclusively like sapiens.
Yeah.
Why don't I sweat then?
Say what?
Because you're an alien.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
some people have fucked up sweat glands, but those people are prone to overheating and are highly susceptible to heat stroke.
Not me though.
Given where you live, that's a problem. So yeah, but that Isaac, I would say you'd get up maybe a few minutes before Pensy. Um, as you're getting up, waking up, you see that Pensy kind of like just shoots awake there with his mouth open. Roll me an
You
insight
good?
check.
-1, baby.
Let's see what you get.
No, he seems fine.
Maybe this is just how he wakes up.
Just every morning waking up with the mouth just wide
Waking up,
open.
shooting up, mouth and eyes wide open.
Yeah, that's normal.
So I feel like something's wrong, but since I don't know much about Kenku, I don't want to be racially insensitive, so I don't say anything.
um, is there like a common eating place where we're staying at?
Oh yeah, there's a cafeteria here.
Then
There's a mess hall.
Betsy
This is the
would.
Adventurers Guild, so like most of the people with the way the guild's working in, like they're state sponsored, so like pretty much all of the adventurers in Sprintfall work for the Rune Readers.
Okay.
With like very few exceptions, and like those are also policed much more heavily. But yeah, this is being the capital city. This is the largest one, so like they live here. Like this is like their home and like their dormitory almost. But they also have like a full on like cafeteria, library, all the whole 9 yards. Think about it like an actually nice like college dorm kind of thing, but for
Right.
adventurers and whatnot. Yeah.
Do you have any plans for today?
Um. Uh. uh Only one. I'm supposed to meet the lady at the library.
Oh, gotcha. Do you want to meet up with me and my buddies for breakfast after?
Well, breakfast would be before
Uh,
that.
Oh. Well, I mean, I thought he was
yes.
like super.
I'd love to eat breakfast with you guys.
All right, cool. Follow me.
Right? As everyone slowly starts to get up, is there anything anybody else would like to do before breakfast?
Hmm.
Nah.
Same here, not for me.
Huh.
Yeah.
By the way,
Well.
actually, let me think about everybody's things. Ooh,
Hmm.
okay. All right, cool. This is gonna be
Oh.
interesting. Just thought of something. Okay, continue, Pod.
I'm just thinking about something, but I'm sure Amelie would be wanting to prank the new guy.
Well, remember, as far as y'all know, like he's just kind of like rooming with Isaac right now. He's not exactly set in the adventuring party yet.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, Hyper, you saw what I pinged you in like the outfit that Varus would probably be wearing.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, that's classy as fuck, and I love it.
Yeah.
Be sure to save that.
Yeah.
Don't allow him to have that. It's not allowed, no.
Yep. Can y'all give me like 30 seconds? I gotta go do
Yep.
something really quick.
All right, guys, this is where we kill Argus while Hyper's gone.
All right, I'm down. Well, I think we could beat him now with all 5 of us.
Oh yeah, and he
Alright,
doesn't
let's
have
go.
he doesn't have Ghost Rays anymore. So like,
Oh, true.
what's he gonna do? Man, I really am the goat, aren't I? Getting Josaku and
Okay,
Ghost Rays as
dude.
well.
Praise yourself, boy.
Okay,
Praise yourself.
okay.
Holy, the self-praise is crazy.
Go again. Oh my
Give him
God.
20 seconds of speaking time, and he's already saying, "I'm
All right,
smart, I'm
sorry.
just a girl."
Apologies for that. I had to. My family's planning to move a bunch of furniture and stuff, and I would have had to leave a little bit
Yeah.
early tomorrow because of D&D. But my DM on Saturday said that D&D's canceled, so I just wanted to tell her that real quick.
Mm.
Yep. All right.
You said that way too fast. What?
I'm sorry. I channeled my inner Titania.
Something.
Nah, it's just I had to tell something. Okay, but yeah. All right. As everyone goes off to breakfast, Amelie,
Hmm.
you see Isaac walking with this Kenku that you've never seen before. Jisaku, you also don't recognize him. But Amelie, roll me a d20.
Look, just a D20.
Just a d20. Just
Okay.
straight roll.
10.
10. Okay. Ha. Something about that Kenku. And that's all you hear in your head. So for reference, Kiwi as player, the original owners of all of their godly artifacts are actually in their heads too occasionally, because they're basically bonded to that god for all eternity with them. So Amelie in her head has the gods of fire and the god of nature, one of whom is a silent, but the other one who's basically just a pyromaniac. And he talks like this. Yeah, I kind of give Eric's the voice of like Raj from frickin' Monsters Inc.
Breathing in too much arson smoke, apparently.
I mean, he is a red dragonborn with like who is literally the champion of the god of fire. So I figured 5-pack a day smoker sounded pretty good.
That's fair.
But yeah, no. Also, that voice is hella fun to do, and it's one of the few that doesn't actually kill my voice.
Hey,
Which is
that's always a
surprising.
plus.
Yeah, no, this is actually really easy to do. I could keep this up like all night, and it doesn't hurt at all. It just occasionally dries my mouth out a little bit. It's not like the
That
worst.
one.
See, like one sentence of doing that shit where like I went full fiddlesticks. Oh my gosh, I need liquid.
I'm glad that your mic cut out primarily throughout that.
What? Like this?
See,
Yeah, no.
that was the benefit of if there was any good side about that character, it was that he kept clipping.
Yeah, we heard maybe a third of that.
Oh well, basically if you've ever played the League of Legends, Fiddlesticks' voice is the inspiration for a character that they
I
had to deal
assume
with
you
for a
mean
while.
the new voice.
Yes, the new Fiddlesticks voice. Yes,
Yeah.
I called it the first, and yeah, it was basically Fiddlesticks. But yeah, along that line, yeah, again, you just hear Eric say, "Huh, something about that Kenku. Meh, must be nothing."
She just kind of digs in her ear. Can she do an insight check on what he could mean by that?
Sure. Dirty
Um,
20.
Mhm.
You don't know why he would say that there's any sort of thing there. Why? What would he know about it? Hey, Mom. She brought me a burger. Oh.
oh,
Mm. That's a good burger.
yum.
Nom.
Mm-hmm. So, with that, I mean, you don't really know what he could be talking about there. You even know who this Kenku is.
Fair enough.
So yeah, and also, why is he walking with Finn? Who is this guy? And then
Eh,
Josaku, you're
Finn-
like, why is he walking with Finn? Who is this guy? Or Isaac, who is this guy? Why is that messing me up still to this day? It's been like 6 months.
Yeah, I did randomly just change my character's name though.
Yeah, Isaac used to be called Finn for like the past 2 years.
Ah,
Old habits die very hard.
yes, they do.
So yeah, again, you'll see random Kenku walking around with Isaac.
Yeah, okay. Amelie doesn't really care. She just kind of waves over at Isaac.
Hey
This-
guys, this is Pensy. He's my new roommate.
Hi,
Hello.
Fancy. I met Fancy the night before, so I know who Fancy is.
Mm-hmm.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
She nods and she says, "Where'd you meet Isaac from?"
Um, just got introduced yesterday. I am an acquaintance of Lady Genria Stormforge, and I am joining her at this wedding, and they put me up wherever they could find a place.
Hmm. I understand well. Be gentle with him. He's a screamer.
Well, he made no such noises last night.
Like, Amelie just smiles a little bit and shakes her head. It's nice to meet you, Pensy, I believe. Amelie, I
Yes.
never gave you my name. Amelie. She extends her hand forward. Very
Um,
pink, pretty skin, taloned fingernails though, black like claws.
Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to post the pictures of Amelie, Josaku, and Isaac. I completely forgot because of the other stuff. So, this is Amelie.
Yeah,
Uh,
pictures. You first. Sorry.
this is Isaac, and this is Josaku.
Yeah.
all right. And Pensy would extend his hand back out or like wing.
She gives a very broad grin, showing off all of her sharp and rather dangerous looking teeth. Um, nice to meet you. Be safe, and I do hope that we meet again.
Ah, yes. Well, Isaac invited me to eat breakfast with you all this morning, so if that's okay with all of you.
No problem with me.
Her head kind of perks up, and she says, "I don't know what you eat."
Oh, pretty much the same as anything else, anyone else.
Another wide grin as she says, "Then we should get along just fine."
Amelie, would you like to roll me a cooking check so that way you can make everybody a custom breakfast?
Gladly. Which role did we decide?
I think we decided nature because it's the closest one we could figure out to like that. Because like cooking should be like some sort of like wisdom-based role in the first place. Like there's not really any dexterity or charisma to cooking. It's all like more common sense stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's all,
roll me nature.
okay. I get nature rolls at advantage.
Is that because of the crown?
Yes.
Okay. Roll it for me. We won't take it at advantage though. We'll just take the first one.
Okay. Well,
18.
I don't know which. Okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
one on
know
the
which
left. Yeah. In D&D Beyond, or sorry, Roll20, we'll take the one on the left for those. So 18. Yeah, this is a bomb-ass meal. This is a great fucking meal. You realize, holy shit, Amelie's a really fucking good cook. Pod, what would you say that Amelie made for breakfast?
Think something from her Kurami's cookbook from Karem. She's kind of missing Sarka and some of the salty food there, and she almost misses the heat.
Yep. All right. So yeah, as what you do, this is mostly like a salted like almost like fish and toast breakfast.
Yeah.
Think like North African style. In terms of like preparation and whatnot, like there's like it's a very solid dish, very nice blend of like savory and spicy, but like not too heavy. Because you were able to find some. Given where you are, you're not able to find like any Kuramese fish, but you were able to find some various types of like snapper and whatnot, because that's say those are very easily accessible off the Sprint Valley coast, which you are on.
Mm-hmm. Definitely would be heavy on the veggies and the
Mhm.
fuck, what was I blanked. There was another word that I was going to
Fish,
put in there and I don't remember what it was. Anyway, continue.
grains.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. That wasn't it, but close. That's acceptable to me.
Mhm.
Just close the thought.
That was a damn good burger. Sorry about that.
Don't
Oh,
worry about it.
I was hungry. That shit was good. Okay, well, all right. On things to do today. Let's figure out. I know Amelie has the thing with Venhana. Pensy has the thing with Genria. Varys, Josaku, and Isaac, what are y'all doing today?
I thought the wedding was today.
No, the wedding is tomorrow.
No plans?
You don't really have any
Amelie,
plans?
can I-
Okay.
Amelie, can I have that letter I forged saying that I could do business on your father's behalf that I gave to you?
She looks at her and
Wait.
says, what? Oh yeah, I forgot about that damn thing.
Yo.
Yeah,
Wait.
of course.
Hey, thanks.
Ah! Holy shit. Oh my god, you're a monster. Okay, Isaac, what do you want to do today?
Nothing today.
Are you going to do it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna commit a lot of fraud tomorrow, basically.
Okay, remember that this thing basically is a one-time use.
I know.
Okay, and remember, the more you commit, the easier it is to track to you.
That's fair.
Okay. All right, so that way you can do that. So what? So today, what would you like to be doing?
I don't really have anything to do today. I'm fine with just chilling.
All right, and Josaku, I actually remembered what you're doing today.
I
So
have something I'm doing today.
I need Amelie, Pensy, and Josaku to each roll me a d20.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy, another
It's
D20.
over.
Yeah, this one you can see who goes first. 3. Oh, Kiwi, did you download Beyond 20?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. You have Beyond 20.
yeah. You had me do it for the one shot. Are physical dice okay? I'm fine either way.
I mean, yeah, physical dice are perfectly fine.
Okay, I got an 18 then.
You had an 18? Okay, and Josaku?
Okay.
Remember, if you don't roll, you're going first.
I got a 9.
Okay, you're going second.
I
So-
suppose that works.
So we'll start with Pensie's day.
Hmm.
As you, what the fuck? You are then led around, and you find your way after being given some of the money from Garim, about the let's say for the money, that way you can find some formal wear. You eventually meet up at the, I'll say, at the Library of Thorn, where you do find one generous Stormforge waiting in front of you. I don't really have a good thing for this, so I'm just going to keep the archive up because of the fact that it's the closest thing I've got to a library.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wish I could go clothes shopping with Pinsy. That would be so cute.
Oh, don't worry, dearie. You'll have time.
Don't call me Deary out of character.
No, that was in character.
Okay.
That was a dearie to, like, Amelie.
Okay.
Not to you. Not to you. Don't. I promise you I'm not doing that to you. Nah, but yeah, okay, you get there, and you realize Henry is waiting for you. Ah! Pensy, how did you sleep?
Um, truthfully, not as well as I would have liked.
What happened?
I had a bit of a strange dream.
What kind of dream?
One that feels like it could have been real.
Her eyes kind of light up for a second. Do you know what this means?
No.
I now know what we're looking for over here, instead of just browsing. She grabs your hand and comes inside, heads inside. So then, y'all are going to spend the day looking for records of people with dreams, say that they felt were real, similar to yours. Basically, you're going to try and do it. I would like you to roll me a. Let's roll investigation.
What if she dead ass looked at Pinsy and said, "It means you have CPTSD, honey"?
That could be possible.
CPP. I don't know what that is.
Childhood post.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, I didn't take that one spell that I thought I took.
which spell?
I can't remember now. It's one
Well-
that gives you advantage in any skill check of your choice.
So, if you would like to take it, my rule on bards is that they can change their spell list.
Ah,
The only class I don't allow to is sorcerer, but that's because the fact that they get sorcerer points, so there's that little bit of difference there. And one of my reveries is based around sort of like making up for the fact that the sorcerers don't get to like change their spells or their spell lists. So it doesn't really make sense there. But they get to change their spell list among the bard spells.
got it.
So if you would
Okay.
like to take it, go for it. That's just a house
I
rule
think
I
for
do
now-
because bard's fine doing that.
I will just take the roll. Got a 10.
A 10, okay, and she rolled a 15. So combined 25. You're looking around and you do find a couple things that are around, but talking about dreams. Look at this. It talks about people meeting in various planes of existence. This one talks of someone who met in a dark castle. This one talks about someone uh who met on a giant battlefield. Do any of these sound like your dream?
Um, a little bit, but it was almost like I was viewing in on some important people's or beings' conversation.
Well, what was said?
They said something about making a deal. One of them threatened the other.
Did they look like it? What did they look like?
They
And
were
for you, it was again, it was like almost like you know how morph suit. Imagine a glowing, say, person in a morph suit, but they're glowing with a like an aura. One of them black, one of them like almost white.
yeah. They were shadowy figures, but one of them was light and one was dark.
Interesting.
And my dream ended when one of them said they were being listened in on.
That's the last thing you remember seeing.
Well, other than someone who is nearly impossible to describe picking up a book that the conversation was emanating from.
How were they impossible to describe?
They look like no specific thing that I am aware of. No race, old but hard to tell how old.
Interesting. This is perplexing. Either it means something, or you just had a really, really bad nightmare because of drinking some apple juice or something like that. Or you went crazy. I wonder if you went crazy.
I don't feel crazy.
I'm I'm messing with you, Sensei.
Oh, I see.
But we have all day. You can very easily say do that. And you remember, you don't technically have all day. You still need to go get clothes.
Yeah. Um, well, it seems that it's been left up to me to find those clothes. So,
Oh well.
uh, unless you'd like to accompany me, so you can give me guidance on something that would match.
Oh well, absolutely. Well then, how about we go there now? We get some lunch and then we come back.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, y'all go out. Y'all go clothes shopping for a little bit, and you do notice that, like, out of the fringes of your thing, you do see that there are a pair of hammers of merit of Moradin that are following you around,
Okay.
kind of like shadowing you. Like whenever y'all are entering into a place, they're like standing by the door and they're doing it. Occasionally, you'll catch a thing of an arcane eye as you'll see one of them kind of like doing this number over their eye,
Yeah.
but you'll find an arcane eye following you. And you realize, okay, but when you look over, you see it's like that one of the hammers of Meriden are doing this, and that they're casting the spell Arcane Eye to do that.
Right.
Yeah, and you would know about this again because like you've seen people do it before, all that jazz. Yeah,
She's really important, being the daughter of the,
yeah.
leader of a. Are they countries, continents?
So each one, basically, this technically takes place in Forgotten Realms world, but it's
Okay.
so far after all of what's gone on that all of the other countries and whatnot are basically moot at this
Yeah.
point. They it's come down to there's only a handful of countries left in the world, and most of them are like these gigantic land masses. And with that, the Federation is the home, is the home of the majority of the dwarven race, and it's like their
Mhm.
ancestral home. So like that's it's like it is pretty powerful business wise because again the dwarves and with global trade being as prominent as it is, there's a lot of buyers for dwarven craftsmanship and
Mhm.
metallurgy and the like. So yeah, she's pretty important when you know that like the Federation also is one of two countries that incorporates like business in with politics. Like again, it's everything benefits like the whole. It's as much a business federation as it is political.
Got it.
Yeah. And with the Grand Duke, again, he is the head of the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just more of he's much more in tune with the political side as opposed to like a division of it which handles like monitoring business. And while there are private businesses, absolutely, everything kind of like funnels into the greater federation. So, yeah, as somebody, the daughter of, the Grand Duke, definitely someone important that needs to be looked after. And that's what the Hammers are for, to look after whoever is the current leader of the Federation. Um, right, in doing that, eventually you'll get back, and we will actually return to you guys at the library after, like, you want to do lunch and all that. Josaku,
Yes.
you are kind of chilling around at the archive, trying to figure out what to do. You're there with Varys and Isaac, when all of a sudden, someone walks in.
I hide behind Varys.
You don't get to do that because actually, let me see what is everybody's passive perception?
Mine is 15.
Yours is 15. Isaac,
13.
13, and Josaku.
16.
Yours is a 16. All right. So let's see to sneak up on you. Just kind of like passively, she has to beat a 16. I also need to change her icon. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot. She's got expertise in that shit.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, no, you don't see shit. She got a 27,
Oh,
bro.
man. What if I use a lucky here?
Rogues. Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, I'll use a lucky here, yeah.
Natural 20.
Are you?
I am not kidding, bro.
I can't stop any of this, alright, let's...
No, you cannot, motherfucker. All right. So with that, I just realized that is there. All right. So with that, again, the rest of y'all are in there, and eventually y'all see that there is this girl, imperial looking, long dark hair, that you'll see come up behind Josaku, someone that y'all recognize. And when you see her, oh, Varys, you get this smile. Isaac, you're like, oh, this is gonna be funny. You see Maya pop up right behind Josaku. Josaku, you notice, huh, why are they looking above my head? Is someone right behind me? Oh
She's right
shit.
behind me, isn't she?
I just pat him on the back, like pat him over
What
the shoulder.
well, again, y'all were sitting like around a table, and like you would have to like lean over to do that. And as she
I
says,
do
like,
lean over to do that.
she's right behind you. What do you think, Senpai?
Oh, Maya, what brings you here?
Well, you need formal attire. While the armor works, everything else, I say, well, while your armor does look formal enough, the rest of it we need to work on.
I don't see a
And
reason why I should change my attire necessarily.
Senpai, you are dense. Can one of you two explain it to him of why he needs formal attire for a wedding?
No, why does he need formal attire for a wedding?
Varys, please, can you help me out?
Uh, so that you don't make a fool out of yourself, you don't make a fool out of the person you're going to the wedding with, and you don't make a fool out of your family.
Oh, speaking of family, apparently one of the Shin let it slip to my mother that they saw you. So we need to have a conversation with her while we're out.
That is my mistake. Be more careful next time.
It is not your mistake. It is mine for making sure that the Shin did not speak when they were when it was unnecessary for them to do so. Either way. Well, with that, Senpai, you are coming with me.
Alright.
As she pulls you out of the chair, and yeah, y'all are heading off. All right, and as again, y'all head off. Isaac and Varys, is there anything you want to say to each other as you see Jisaku get pulled away?
That boy has a lot to learn, doesn't he?
I'll learn about what?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Isaac. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I wasn't worried about it until you told me not to worry about it. Now I'm kind of worried about it.
Stream can't see it. Let me open this thing up real quick. This is really funny. That is what Jisaku just posted. Or it just posted. He's just dead.
Dead.
Dead. All right, so yeah, as you do now, no go to the clothing shop. And you do see that the people are giving you a little bit of a sideways glance occasionally, especially if you walk past anybody who is from if you see any dwarves or any elves, they are definitely shooting you a sideways glance with two Imperials walking hand in hand, just walking.
Mhm.
But yeah, eventually you'll do it. You find out that she actually planned her dress uh, to be the same color as your armor.
Oh, I see. Matching.
Yes, as one is supposed to when one is the let's say is a date at a formal event. Date at a formal event with Senpai. And you see her start to blush.
But
Uh,
that's what this is?
uh, uh, is it what you want it to be, Senpai?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just saw Phil's status appear on my freaking scene. It says right now gooning. Hover over Phil's name in the voice chat. It says right now I'm gooning, and that just appeared on my screen accidentally because I moved my mouse over it, like right when that happened. Oh,
wow.
that's amazing. Oh God. Okay, so yeah, again, y'all are doing that there, and with that so yeah, she asked that, and then as y'all are finishing up, she eventually has you try on this formal attire. You go into the room and you change, and then you hear something while you're in the room. Mother, I thought we were meeting afterwards. Why not now, my dear?
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Roll it.
I'm gonna lucky this.
Nope.
No?
Nope. As you poke your head out, and you see an older Asian woman, glasses, wearing this sort of like yellowish goldish attire, with like flecks of crimson, flecks of sapphire in there, looking at you, very very obviously related to Maya. This is her mother, Hisoka. Oh, sorry, or Hisako. It's Hisako. Ah, Josaku. Come
Oh,
on. Let us see it. Let us see the outfit. As she has like sat down, like cross-legged on there, like looking at you. Maya's looking between you and her nervously, like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Indicating you kind of come on out.
I step out. Yes.
And with your passive perception, you notice that you three are the only people in the restaurant, or say in the thing right now, and you see that the sign has actually flipped and says "out for lunch." The only people you can see right now are the three of you. Well, don't you look a strapping young man? The image of Yamato.
Thank you. That means a lot to
He
hear.
misses you, you know.
I miss him as well.
Then why did you leave?
It's a complicated story.
God, none of these NPCs make anything easy.
Would it be really easy in real life when this? You know, Josaku, even if it was on Maya's orders, technically by law, I am supposed to have you returned to Sapphire and punished for desertion.
Can it wait until after?
Josaku. As she stands up and levels with you. She's a little bit shorter than you, but you notice like somehow she's making you feel small right now. How long have you known me? By the way, that answer is your entire fucking life.
A good while, my lady.
Very true. And how long have you known dear Maya?
A good while as well.
Now, I love my daughters. I really do. I also love the empire for which I am subservient to in its rules and laws. And with that love and devotion comes a certain level of influence, a certain level of power, a certain level of leeway. The only person who is allowed to send off members of the Bushi from their service without it being an excommunication or execution is the liege lady who technically governs over their branch of the Bushi. With that, you understand that Maya, even if her lie was true, mother, Maya, I am your mother, and I know when you are lying to me. You are adept at stealth, my dear. Deception and deceit. Deceit has never been your strong suit. And by the way, that is why out of all the rogue skills, the only one she has a 0 in is deception. Uh, so, right now it is just all of us in the building. There are people keeping watch outside. So here's what we are going to do. We are going to have a nice little chat. You're going to accompany my daughter to the thing tomorrow, and then you are going to continue back on your quest. However, when your quest is over, you are to return, and you will still be the protector, as I be a protector of House Saito. In return for this, instead of my daughter's fabricated story, we will be going with my fabricated story. where you came to me asking for permission to remove yourself from Fuzhou. You decided that you could not learn enough there and that you needed more experience than what, say, out abroad to help protect the Saito household, while leaving it in the capable hands of your brothers in the Bushi and your uncle as my sworn protector. The only reason he is not with us is because we are also here, say, protected by the Sterlings and both our entire branch of the Shin, but also that of Young Jiwai. Which basically means y'all got some Black Ops motherfuckers protecting Maya's family. Like, these are people like on par with Melina, who's considered one of the world's deadliest women. Basically, they're good. They're fine. Even without Yamato there. So, Josaku. Those are your options. Either you agree, we go about this, and we return back to everything is, and at the end of your journey, you return to Fuzhou. And one day, when Sakura takes my position as head of the household, you will be her protector, as Yamato is mine. Or I can inform the Sterlings of your desertion, as well as the Jin, of the Shin from Young Jiwai. They can exert their diplomatic right to arrest you, and upon returning to the Empire, you would likely be executed.
Wee.
So, either, so those are your options. Either death or a date with my daughter.
That would be
Frankly,
how
I
you
think
do
most
it.
men would choose the latter. Mother! As Maya's been, like, very silent this whole time because she knows better than to, like, fess up. Because Lady Saito is well known uh, for her very to the point and very matter of fact form of negotiation among the nobles. Like, she doesn't fuck around. She's the kind of person that always holds a bunch of the cards. She's like not one of the big power players, but she's enough that even the power players would think twice before crossing her. So, Yosaku. Death or date? Jose, you
Well,
there?
let's
Of
be
course. Yes.
Okay,
let's be real.
she was waiting for
You're
your
not
answer.
Is question for clarification? Is this like I'd be leaving the Wickermen, or
No,
is
no,
this
no,
like
no. I said
after
when your
Nirvash?
journey is over.
Oh, journey. Okay, okay.
Maya has informed me, and this is not something that Sakura is of knowledge of, or that Yamato is of knowledge of. Nor say I believe the Empress is, because of the fact that from my understanding, the world leaders and the guild leaders are the only ones that know this, other than people in say in those who are desperate. Say in the very secluded. I know of a mission to defeat the dragon Nirvash.
Well, then one
I'm not going to
option's
take you away from that. However, say, and that is if you accept the more beneficial option of it. I've always liked you, Saku. I've always thought you were a great friend to Maya, say, and one to Sakura as well. So, what is your choice?
Well, one option certainly is more appealing than the other. I'll
Surely
agree
you
to
don't
these
think
terms.
that little of my daughter as a companion for a date. Obvious sarcasm laid on thick. Mother! Oh, you know I have to give you a little bit of shit, Maya. By the way, this whole conversation hasn't been going on in common, it's been going on in Imperial. Which is like your mother tongue.
Yes, I can agree to these terms.
Fantastic. If you don't mind one. As she walks over to the window of the shop and taps on it. And you see then the shopkeeper comes in. She drops a tiny bag of gold into his hand, and you see the other people come in. You notice that several of them are Imperial.
Well,
You don't even need to roll me an insight check. You know why they're here. These are the Shin, in basically in common attire. Basically, it's glorified bodyguards for the Saitos. Most of the Imperial royal, and also you notice that like most of the Imperial noble families you didn't really see along. It is weird that the Saitos are here.
suppose now wouldn't have been the time to see how I fare against them.
No. There's like 7 of them. No, and
We
also,
can take them, Jose.
no, Jose, I was also saying that basically the only other noble family that you saw other than the Empress and the Emperor Consort and like the Sterlings are the Saitos. So it's weird that they're here. I was saying if you wanted to ask about it, go for it.
Oh yes, I will inquire.
Go for it. Ask away.
What brings them here?
Brings us here. The Mage Khan is actually a business associate and friend to my late husband. Kept in a little bit of time since his passing, and you do know that Maya's father and saying Hisako's husband, uh he basically he went out for a minor like fishing thing. He liked to go out into the bay of Fuzhou and kind of just like be in peace for a little bit there. Being the lord of the town, he was the only like guy really allowed to like go out and do that solo. Because you know, like most of the time, like man out without women just doesn't happen. Fire. Um, and he was actually attacked while he was out there, and unfortunately, they weren't able to save him to die in time, and he ended up. Say he was attacked by a sea monster. Didn't end well. But yeah, so basically, yeah, she say her late husband is a old friend of Raldo's. We received a personal invitation, me and my aunt Sakura, who is me being cordial at the palace in my plate, at my place, as I at the keep in my place. I'm being. I must always keep up appearances, and then as she is to be the lady of the house soon enough, it is best for her to do this. Now, I will have to say that clashes a little bit with your armor. As she snaps and then one of the Imperials brings over something. Try this one instead.
Oh,
Mother, how much of this did you have planned out? Oh, the entire thing, my dear. Again, you are better at matters of stealth, at matters of physical aptitude. But the day you get one over on me, daughter, is the day I'm in the ground. As she uh kind of like pokes on the head a little bit, just as like a I'll always have you. I'll say, baby girl. So yeah, again, y'all have this actually nice thing. You'll go out to lunch after game night. Hisoka and Hisako ends up paying for everything, and you'll actually end up having a pretty good time. Boo, motherfucker. I know you weren't expecting that shit.
Not at all.
Gotta have something eventually with that. Okay, so let's go back to the guild hall for a little bit. Let's see, who else is it that hasn't arrived yet? Let me do this. Y'all would know that Rex is there. You would see him roaming around. I guess the only guild leaders left that are I know who Varys and Isaac. While y'all are kind of chilling around in the say at the archive, y'all are end up sitting around there and do end up seeing when Oro. Oh no, not Oro. Sorry, Ayuda and Chantiz walk in. You'll remember them as the leaders, say as Ayuda as the guild master of the Scaled Exiles, and Chantiz as his son, and second in command. For a reference, let me post the pictures again of them. Do y'all say hi?
Hey Ayuda, how's it going?
Oh,
I'm just sitting in a corner reading a book, ignoring pretty much everyone.
oh,
Ferris
and
can't read. Don't cap.
another person.
No, he's reading his
who is
he's
there?
reading his trashy novels, Phil.
Y'all would notice
just
again
kidding.
with the two lizard folk, as well is a white dragonborn, who you would remember as Silta. Oh, hello. It is good to see you. Finn, I believe, correct?
I go by Isaac now.
Isaac, then, and I see Varys over there. You really should be reading that in your room.
Ferris can't read.
People said, huh? Who said that?
Hello, Mr. Rivers.
Do I know you?
Yeah, I'll say you would remember. Yes, this is Ayuda. You
Oh,
met him.
Varus probably doesn't. Probably doesn't. Well, it remembers Ayuda, probably not Silta.
Not Silta. No, this is Ayuda talking to him. Silta is like basically handling the stuff with Chantiz at the moment. Ah,
Well,
it's good to see you. Say both here. Do you all have an invitation to the wedding?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, well, that is. I say that is something. I say it is not something to be unfortunate about. You're so fortunate. It will be quite the celebration. I don't think any of
Yeah.
us were alive the last time a sitting world leader got got married.
I mean no disrespect to whoever the guy is who's getting married, but I could not care less about being here.
It's Raldos.
Raldos, I
Remember,
mean.
he was the guy who introduced you to more than third level magic.
Oh right, yeah. We're supposed to be hunting down like a giant dragon guy and stuff. I don't know why we're here at his wedding.
Well, that's part of it. After the wedding, with all of the guild leaders and world leaders here, provides a very unique opportunity for everyone to be on the same page when it comes to handling, handling the threat that exists now.
Yeah, Argus told me the same bullshit. I don't buy it.
What do you mean?
Anyway, it's nice to see you.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, there are better uses of my talents than just sitting here at a wedding.
While I agree, and while there is definite wisdom in what you have to say, In times of trouble, times of happiness must be undertaken, else the morale of everyone and their spirits die.
Yeah, my city's under control of a madman, and I can't do anything about it because I'm assigned to here.
Oh, you're
I'm.
from Gerdeshell.
Yep, that is correct. I'm gonna go get a drink.
As when you walks by, he stops you a little bit, and then like moves his hand down, and you feel him trying to like palm you something as he palms you a few silver. Have it on me.
Well, I appreciate like the
I know you don't
gesture.
need it. Consider it a kind gesture from an old man to a young
You know
man
what?
who's
Thanks,
troubled.
thanks, Ayuda. I'm sorry I was a little bit snappy. Have a good time at the wedding.
Hey, Isaac, it is understandable. We've all been there in times where our homes have been troubled. And it doesn't get any easier than after it's over. I had to take one of my best students and nearly kill him myself before I was stopped. You've met him. His name was Harglith.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Agreed. One day he just snapped. I don't know where I'll say where the young man or the young dragonborn I once knew what is, but if it is inside the scaled sadist, I haven't seen it. Gods know how long. I assure you, when it comes time to handle them, I would like very much to personally assist in correcting a mistake I should have corrected a long time ago. And if you ever need any advice or any sort of assistance, I will see what my exiles can do in the area around Gerdeshell. It's close enough to the border that we might be able to help in some way.
Oh, um, that that means a lot. Thanks.
Welcome. And then, as at this moment, Shantiz and Silta have set the step down and coming over. It's like, Father, it's Finn, right? Or I saw a notice. Isaac. No, correct.
It's actually Greg now. Have a good one, you guys, and then I go walk off the gate.
As
That's it.
well. Oh, all right. And as y'all are doing that there, and as they walk by, it's like, uh, uh, Varys, you hear someone say, "Dude, couldn't you do that in your room?"
Who said that?
You don't know. You were engrossed in the book. What is the name of your book
I just
again?
I can't remember at this point. It's like some trashy romance novel that he bought bought when he was in Galrun. All he does is raise up his middle finger and just goes back to reading it.
Yeah, basically, dude is pulling a Kakashi Kiwi.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is him. Literally Varys.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought of when I decided to do this.
For reference for the stream, Kakashi. Yeah, all right. So now that that is over, let's go back. Oh, he did. He definitely got much more clout focused when he became a champion of a god. I wouldn't say for the better. Uh, so now let's go back
All I'm
to the
saying is
library.
my couch chasing God Jasaku God Raiser. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, yeah, we will
That's
never forget it.
Also, it definitely got people killed in Gerdeshell. So good job.
It's good, Shell man. Who cares?
No way.
Oh my god, this guy, the ego dude.
By the way, Kiwi,
Isaac's
you're to
gonna-
show Dex and Phil's character's hometown, which is currently being ruled over by a madman who's basically this version of the Joker.
Yeah, Isaac's gonna stab me in the back at some point, bro.
Yeah, for reference, this is the
Oh.
guy that is currently basically lording over
Oh.
Isaac's hometown. His name is Smiles.
He's all. Why is Smiles hot? Is my question.
Yo, no, don't say that. We don't say that.
Am I wrong though?
No,
Bro,
some words come
it's
out
art I
from
found on
Girl
the
Scouts.
internet. Everybody's hot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a single bit of art that I found where somebody isn't hot.
He's kind of giving older Draco, and
This is the only one
that
of the.
type doesn't really, that
Oh.
type doesn't really do anything for me, but I can definitely see how it works for other people. It's not doing anything for me, but I see it.
Yeah. This is the only one of the AI images that I made back when, like, before AI was, like, revealed to be, like, super scummy, and I kind of figured out what it was, and I just stopped using all the AI art. This is the only one where, I decided to keep it just because, like, those eyes, man. Those eyes are just too perfect for the character. I couldn't find anything that was even remotely close to, like, that level of just subtle menace in the eyes.
Yeah.
Everything else, I've worked so hard to make sure I don't have any AI. But yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Jose can tell you, I saw one today. I didn't think it was AI until I took a second look at it. I was like, wait, shit, that's AI. Let me find a different one.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Oh, that one actually. The only other one I kept was Argus's because Argus, again, it's just like how I imagined him, and it's too close, and it's just, again, it's too good. But the rest of them I've gotten rid of. So on that note, speaking of which, actually, Varys, roll me a d20.
That's a 19.
Higher was worse in this case, my guy. How about this? If I don't roll a natural one, something happens. If I do, you escape it. Um. Find it. Make sure y'all can hear the gameplay.
Yep.
Do y'all hear it?
Yes.
Hedge, get out of there.
No, I'm just gonna keep reading my book.
Aw. What's the matter? Don't say, aw, Varys. Not even going to acknowledge that I'm here.
I mean, the novelty of it wears off when you kind of keep doing it over and over again.
True.
Like, I know you can kill me anytime you want to.
True.
The more you do it, the not that I'm not afraid. It's just that, like, the whole jump scare thing kind of stops working.
Well, then how about this? Let's see. I need you
Mhm.
to roll me a. One moment, I gotta pull this up. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. That is a 28.
28.
Yeah,
Okay, so you pass. So
28,
you
yeah.
take half damage from this.
Why am I at 83 out of 134 HP? Did I not long rest?
You didn't long rest at the end of yesterday.
Oh, okay. Is it okay if I long? Should
Yeah,
I long
go
rest
for
or
it.
go
Yeah,
ahead?
you should definitely long rest. Woo, that's actually pretty good. That is 15, 23, 33, 43, 51 divided by 2. That's 25 points of necrotic
5 points of
damage. As she reaches over and kisses you on the cheek, and you just feel the life being sucked from your body out from that one. And as you do, what is your armor class?
It is a 17.
Okay, well, yeah, that definitely hits. Let's see. You take
What you doing, lady? We got a wedding to attend.
that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Would I be able to rage for this to try and
You
negate
would
it?
not. You would not because it happened because again, it basically happens in an instant. You would not have time to rage.
Yeah.
And you would
4
also
points of.
take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Actually,
I need you to also roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
she's a bit of a sore loser, isn't she?
That's 18.
18, you fail. You
Yeah.
cannot move.
Hmm.
How is this for putting the fear of death in you? Varys, Amakir, Bane, Rivers.
It felt like you were pulling your punches.
By the way, you are too scared of her right now because you are also frightened. By the way, all of these are actual things from her sheet. It's just, she's kind of doing a lot of them at once because of, like, setup stuff beforehand. One of them she was doing from the moment she walked in. It's just, again, Varys has never tried to actually move and stuff for it.
Second.
And I've just never, like, had him try to
There
do
we
it.
go.
So it's like, okay, yeah, let's figure it out. Say if he would pass it or not. So yeah, with that, again, and you say that it's like, it feels like you were pulling your punches. Because again, you are actively in the condition of frightened at the moment.
Yeah. Can I rage now?
Um,
Not to fight. I'm trying to see if this.
oh, I would say yeah. At this point, I would say you could rage.
Yes. And the main reason I'm doing that is not like to attack or anything, but it's so that I can use mindless rage, which lets me end charmed or frightened.
Oh, that's
So you are.
fight, little. I say little lamb. A wolf
I look at
likes
it,
to
I'm
have
like,
its hunts. And
and I
yes,
just look.
I've been holding
So,
my punches the whole time. If I wanted you dead at this moment, I could have killed you right here and now, with no ability for you to fight back.
all right, give me 1 second. Oh God, I'm gonna get Mars killed. All he does is he gives her a smirk and just goes, "If you've been pulling back, all that means is that you're just growing attached to me." Is what he says.
Well,
Give me 1 second.
that's not. I say maybe I am getting fond of your adventures and being there to claim what it is that you're killing. But you're getting a
Sorry,
little
what
bit
you?
too big for your boots, there, boy. Um. Oh my
Listen,
God.
lady dad, I'm just gonna. Okay, do what you have to do. I was gonna say something, but do what you have to do.
Nope. I rolled something. I rolled 2 dice, and I was like, okay, if I either give it a natural 20, then Varys is gonna say Varys might pay for what he's saying next. Continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. All I was gonna just say is like, I'm sure. Death. I've had the fear of you since I was a child. And right now, I'm not going to let the fear of death stop me from doing what I need to do. You'll come when it's my time.
Smart boy. Just understand. Flirt with me all you want. Don't fuck with me. Are we clear?
First,
Good. Constitution saving throw.
yeah. Ooh. That is a 23. Yes,
Meets
23.
it, fucking beats it. Damn. If you can't tell, by the way, Kiwi, this is like actually death. Because Varys has died
Yeah.
before, and resurrection isn't illegal in this world because of any sort of laws. In her own words, it was because I went down and I hunted down every single upstart motherfucker who thought they were more important than me doing my job.
Ah.
Okay, that is a 14, 21, 29, 34, 41 divided by 2. So 20 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
As she puts another kiss on the other cheek. How much damage have you taken?
I am.
About
I
half
think
health,
I'm at
right?
half healthy. I think I want maybe a little bit less than half. Let me double check.
Okay. By the way, in real combat, that would have been like 2 rounds for her.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, as she does that, you notice like your eyes closing, and when you open it up, she's gone. All right, back to the library. So, Pensy,
Yes.
you and oh my god, I forgot how to say her name. What?
Genria.
Genria. Thank you. You and Genria have been looking around, and I need you to roll me another investigation check. I'm gonna see what y'all get.
Let's hope for better.
She rolled worse.
I rolled almost the same. I got a 9.
Okay, she rolled a 6 on the dice, so that makes it a 10. Yeah, again, you're mostly like not able to find anything new information wise. You can't find anything that really just matches the description of the library or like this old, almost impossible to describe man, nor like seeing almost this magical recreation of events gone by.
Mm-hmm.
And you figure, I mean, it isn't called the archive for no reason. You could always go check there.
Yeah. Probably worth a try.
Worth a try. So is that what y'all are going to go do?
Yeah,
Are
I
you going to
think so.
suggest to her?
Yeah. Well, we've tried here twice, and it doesn't seem like we can find anything else we didn't find the first time. What do you think about looking into the archives?
The archive would have some books that aren't quite available here. Do you think the guildmaster would let us look there? Garum is there actually. He might be able to put in a good word for it.
Well, I certainly have very little connection to them, so we'll almost definitely need someone to help us out.
All right. Well, um, as you all do that, you go do that, and then I know we just came back to you, Kiwi, but there's a reason I'm actually now going to go over to Pod with Amelie's thing.
Okay.
Amelie, what you have been doing today, you were met with one of the Khan's attendants, or is that one of the Khan's messengers, come to meet you at a certain store. And when you get there, you notice a couple people waiting for you. You notice Venhana, of course.
Hmm.
Ah, man, I forgot to save the image of the other tiefling woman. So there is a tiefling woman, uh, and then you notice another elven woman who happens to look similar to Venhana.
Hmm.
There's a little bit more like striking features.
Family, I'm assuming.
You would figure though, you do know that she has mentioned a sister before. But as you
Hmm.
walk in, Venhana sees you and says, Amelie! It is lovely to see you. And she moves up, she gives you a big hug, kiss on the cheek, whole thing. Let me introduce you to the. Uh, this is my sister, Laura. A pleasure to meet you. Venhana has mentioned much about you. About the girl she tutored under the, let's say, in a otherwise frustrating environment.
She
Uh,
gives a very formal bow and says, "Believe me, frustrations were the norm."
so I have heard. And on the same time, Amelie, this is actually I'll say Raldos's cousin. I'll say this is Serenity. It is a pleasure to meet you, Amelie. I've heard,
Charmed.
I've heard much about you, and you three are going to be my bridesmaids for the wedding. I can't believe it's finally here. Uh, and with that, again, she say, well, let us get you outfitted for your bridesmaid dresses. And I hope you don't mind if I'm not having a bachelorette party. I'm kind of excited to be married. I don't think there's really much I'm missing. Oh, I forgot to change the map to the city streets. 1 second. So yeah, Amelie, you basically spend some of the time getting fitted for dresses or anything. Is there anything you wanted to talk to Vanhana about?
Um, there is nothing currently on my mind. She would just, want to congratulate her on her success. She's kind of gushing about being a bridesmaid. Um, I know I certainly would be. um, yeah, no, she's kind of just gushing about how fantastical it feels out of everything that the group has been doing. Amelie just kind of gets to be a bridesmaid for a little bit. It almost feels like a fantasy more so than fighting a dragon.
It is nice to have times of peace, is it not? Things
Oh,
where people
yes.
can enjoy the final and the simple things in life, like love, family.
What? I was thinking about a little trick that I could do with some magic, summoning some butterflies for the event. Is there anyone you don't like? I could summon scorpions instead.
Well, I appreciate it, Amelie, very much. I believe Raldos has got the magic covered in terms of that. Plus, also with him being the Mage Con, the Spin Folly have lines up at the doors offering magical assistance to the wedding. It is amazing to just have you here and have you share the day. And I hope soon. You never know. I heard you got engaged recently. May I say maybe we could have this conversation with each other maybe this time next year.
She grimaces a little bit and says,
Oh,
"Yeah, something like that."
that is not the face I expected to see. Talk to me,
You can't beat
Amelie.
that. Uh, it is what it is. It's arranged and all that. It's more of a mutual understanding than anything else.
Do you not like this
Uh,
man? I
oh,
say, do you
well, I
find
mean,
him
he's
dislikable?
sweet and all. He's sweet and all. He's great with animals. He's got a good heart. Oh, he's a good kid. Really, there ain't nothing wrong with him.
Except for that he was assigned to you.
Except he's gay.
Um, and with that volume of saying that, you do see like again, y'all are doing like the thing of like dresses and wine and whatnot, and you do see Loreley basically like actually no, it's not Loreley. It'd be Serenity like almost spit out her wine.
She kind of looks around the
Oh,
room, and in Infernal, she says, "What? What? Like, what's the big deal?"
and then she turns to Serenity and in Inferno says, "You will not repeat to anyone what you just heard." Serenity's like, "I'm not saying shit." Good. Um, given the fact that he is technically the grandson of one of the members of the Arcanum, maybe not saying that quite so loudly, but he is gay,
Oh,
and yet
yeah, of
he is,
course.
and yet you agreed to it.
Well, shit, it benefits us both. He doesn't have to worry about his family being on his back. I don't have to worry about mine being on mine. He can, I don't know, fool around with the help, or go have a committed relationship with the. My bad. Or go have a committed relationship with the baker next door. I don't really know, because I'm gonna be doing my own thing, and yeah. She just kind of says this all really casually, as if she's tired of repeating it. Looking at her
Oh,
nails, kind of making sure they match her outfit.
uh, all right then. Well, I think that is enough conversation on that for one day.
Me too.
And then Venhana basically just turns it back on to again happy bride mode. And you do see she's got this like gorgeous, like long, like white and green wedding gown. Not as much like a Spring Folly tradition. You assume it's more of like elven
Mm-hmm.
in tradition, just because like again, with her being a southern elf and whatnot. Or, I'm sorry, a northern elf, like nope, southern. Northern sound Canadian. Don't you know?
She's
Eh?
one.
Sorry, I had to say that to annoy Hedge with the thoughts of Margit. Basically, Kiwi, half of the elves are Canadian. And Hedge being living in Canada, I like to mess with him because the one loves ice hockey, has stock boys Timmy and Horton, and owns the shop called the Mystic Maple.
Oh god.
Welcome to the Mystic Maple, eh? And yeah, it's funny because everybody loves her except for Hedge. Yeah,
Right.
but that again,
She's like,
she went back into happy bride mode. Y'all went and y'all got a manicure, and again, your bridesmaid dresses are actually a mixture of like this pink and this sort of like cyan. You notice that she actually, well, I'm sorry, not pink and cyan, pink and like this greenish color, but it's like a green that kind of like matches the accents on her dress.
mm-hmm.
And like the pink fringes where like she has green, you have pink, and where she has white, you guys have green. You
Cute.
notice it actually matches all of you. With the only one who's clashing a little bit is like Serenity, but that's mostly because of the fact again her skin is like blue, so there's not much she can really do with it. Yours looks great though. You look awesome.
What looks good with
Yep.
that?
So with that, eventually you say the day is done and Venhana is there with you all, and she tells Serenity and Loreley to basically go on ahead and that she would catch up. Um, I cannot believe it is happening, Amelie.
Yeah, exciting stuff, isn't it? Um, I'm sorry I've
Terrifying.
done something.
And don't don't apologize, Amelie. I would also be very worried if I was in your situation. But
Eh,
I just I don't know. Sorry for trying to take the focus off me for a moment. There's a lot of pressure I'm basically going to be a queen around here, and I'm not exactly used to that.
Oh, I understand. I'm not going to be used to the different treatment if I come back home from this. But yeah, no, she's still kind of pondering everything with all of her, relationships that she
Hey,
has and
if anything
with the
happens that
dragon.
you don't like back here, I will have them arrested.
Wow, sweet of you to offer. Any chance
Who
you could
said anything about an
represent
offer?
the
This is a dragon. Um, I know I'm not supposed to know much about it. But I know Raldos has said that the day after, say, our wedding, before we are to go on a honeymoon of sorts, and Ermos is left in charge for a few days. And you know Ermos is the number 2 of the Arcanum. He's Lord second of it. So basically the second most powerful mage in it. Let me post a picture of him. Ah, here he is. He's also the head of the Sprint Volley military. He's basically like, whereas like Raldos is technically commander in chief, he would be the equivalent of like Secretary of Defense.
Hmm.
Yeah. And you know that his like star protege is also a member of the Arcanum. And the only pink tiefling on it, the Raleigh Marcia. And you'd also know about her that she is also a pyromancer.
Hmm.
Yep. Funny how that one worked out. But yeah, with that, she said the day before that there is to be a meeting with all the world leaders and all the guild leaders on how to proceed. The wall of stone was the last straw, and part of our thing of the wedding, much to my chagrin, is a ploy to get all of the leaders in a place where they can talk. Well, all of them except for the Urali and those bastards over in Tayan.
Eh,
Whether or
she
not the
kind of gives
dragon
a little
takes
bit.
over Tayan, I don't think anyone around here would mind.
She kind of gives a little bit of a kind of a sideways expression. It's like, I don't know, it's their planet too. But yeah, I
Yes,
understand the sentiment.
but that would imply that Tion could stop wanting to enslave your people long enough to actually have that conversation. Or that the
Oh
Urali
yeah,
could stop wanting to purge the Anaborans or the Kurlamese long enough.
I'm gonna be straight up. I forgot that they enslaved the tieflings. I'm going to retract that comment that Amelie made.
Yeah, that's why Springfall became its own like independent nation. Like originally it was under Khan and whatnot way back when, but then again they kind of lost a war to the Tian, and they were used primarily as like the magical servants of the Yuan-Ti.
Mhm.
Whereas like again, centaurs are like the muscle, and you have like the Tabaxi as kind of like speed and like messenger and more like house duties, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
It's kind of like how they divided it up, and then even Seredria was also part of like the Sultanate at one point. It is about like half to a quarter of the, say to a third of the size that it once was when it had Seredria and Sprintfall there. And yeah, that's why it's like they know that the Sultan and everyone around it still wants everyone under his thumb, and it's unlikely that a Sultan will come along who doesn't want that for the Sprint Folly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So and then the
I got
Urali, also again, you know their deal. Basically Nazi Crusades,
you.
really
Yeah.
just Nazi Crusades. How it is. Um. So yes, anyone who can help defend against it is going to be here. There are a few independent parties that were considered, but we figured that the world leaders all being on the same page first was probably a good idea before contracting them, as I contacted them. Specifically, we know that there are several levels of ancient dragons almost as powerful as the Dragon Lord himself. most of them keep to themselves. It was surprising when one actually came out of hiding and decided to align themselves with one of the other nations. I'm sure you heard of the Sapphire Empress and her new emperor consort to be.
Oh, a few things.
You know, he's actually not far from my home, in one of the islands north of Yaliri. Say it's said that the Emerald Lord of the Northern Sea protects the coastline from sea monsters. That he is of the, say one of the most powerful, if not the single most powerful psychic on the planet. If we are to fight Nirvash, someone like him would be would be the perfect opponent to aid. With the Dragon Lord's raw strength and Caliban's psyche, along with all of you in that, we might be able to take him down.
She takes an inhale and says, "That's a comforting thought."
Yes, I agree. As you know, Sprinfall and Yniri have not been hit by one of the attacks, so I've worried for all of our people. These people are about to be my people. God's irresponsibility is killing me. Is it wrong that I don't even want any of it?
No,
I would be
I
just
didn't
happy
ask.
with Valdos and I just in a small cottage by the sea. Without all of this. As she indicates the fact of, like, again, as she specifically points out, you notice that there are several guards posted around, like several high-ranking mages around assigned to protect Venhana and your entourage. But it's just how it is. Well, no more talks of responsibility and no more talks of dragons. I am going to go have a few drinks, and my version of a bachelor party is getting a little bit of elvish hammered, or hammered like a dwarf in the winter.
Agreed.
But
I'm going
you
to.
are not old enough to drink in Sprinthal.
Excuse me, I have been drinking all around the world. I can have a glass under the table.
Yes, you can, but not to my table. I have to be a responsible, I say a responsible role model for you, don't I?
Uh, she just kind of licks her teeth and says, "All right, well, you're not stopping me if I leave the room."
Fine. I will see you tomorrow morning, Amani.
She
You know the plan.
smiles and a big hug.
Hmm? Do you know the plan of getting there? And she would have told you all this stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she just gives her a big hug, nods to everything that she says, and says, "Good night."
Good evening. So, now that everybody is headed back to the archive, everybody gets back actually about similar time. As Josaku, Pensy, and Amelie all kind of get back and like their own kind of things around. We'll say that Pensy and my gosh, why am I continuously forgetting how to pronounce this name? Genria. So you and Genria get there, and you do see Andilius waiting in the lobby. Ah, Pensy, and you must be Lady Stormforge. Andilius Trevithor, librarian of the Rune Readers. How may I help you, my lady? We were hoping to scour the archives for books pertaining to dreams, possibly prophetic in nature. Prophetic dreams, you say? Did you have them? Actually, no, it was Pensy. Interesting. Tell me about this dream, Pensy. As he kind of like sits down the staff of power and like is now holding it kind of out in front of him.
I would kind of elaborate the same things I told to Genria to him.
Interesting. I say interesting. And at this time, Jasaku and Amelie, you two would about walk in.
Hmm.
Oh. I wonder. As he puts something up to his mouth, say the staff up to his mouth, he casts a spell. Attention, all guild leaders. Please report to the say to the meeting room. As you hear that, he says, "Well, oh, and Wickermen, you too."
I'm gonna insight check this. The
Insight
intention's
it.
good. What?
And Dillies is cooking something up, but you're not quite sure which. Say what? He's got. You can kind of see his brain running a million miles an hour, but you're not sure what's going on.
What's going on, Uncle Andy?
Not quite sure yet. But it looks like our last guest is just showing up right now. As would you like? Would you three like to turn around and look at who it is?
Huh?
Not you, Varys. You're not there.
No.
Actually, I could say that you were getting up and walking towards it. I'd say walking towards him, because like you would be in like sight range, but not earshot of him. I would say that you have the so you would then get to see these say this person walk into the door. As you all see, the final guild leader. Uh, no, there's no off fuck. You don't know who this is. This is a Triton woman, green skin, sort of this crustacean
Ooh.
shield, arm, and bow and whatnot, long flowing pink hair with this cloak coated with shark teeth, starfish, sand dollars, seagulls, all things over. Short sword at her hip, wearing things that would look very comfortable underwater. Wearing sandals. Yo, and Dilius! And she pulls, and she pulls back the hood. Long time no see, old friend. Hello, Kari. Late as usual. What can I say? This time it wasn't my fault. But walking up, I did hear an announcement: guild leaders to the front. I said guild leaders to the meeting room. Now I have no idea where the fuck that is. So do you mind pointing me that way? Of course. Oh, Wickermen. Meet Kari. This is say Kari Dunalath. She is the guild leader of the country of Mimethys, Kingdom of the Depths.
Well,
Where the fuck do y'all think the Tritons have been, y'all? Y'all had Salazar in the campaign, say in the Primarch stuff, but did you notice that there was never a single other Triton in the story? There's a whole ass undersea kingdom that never gets talked about.
Fair enough, yeah. Fish people gotta live somewhere.
Yeah, it's just that the public at large doesn't know that they exist.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Damn.
That's a reason why she walked in wearing this big ass cloak and hood. Remember how I said new friends that you wouldn't see coming? Kari was the one you wouldn't see coming, and her name is spelled like this. You remember how I said that there was one guild leader or guild leader equivalent for every single class? Say hello to the ranger.
Interesting.
All of them are no multi-class, only singular class people, and she is the ranger, with the cleric being Lysander and the wizard being Sulse.
Where the fuck is Wars, by the way?
Varys would be walking up and seeing a fish person walking in front of him. And not like a water genasi, like a fish person.
I don't think he'd be too surprised, right? Because he knows Triton.
Does he?
No, he knows Aqua.
He knows what?
Aqua.
He knows Aquan.
Yes.
He does. And do you remember how I said that that language would eventually come into handy?
Yes. Does come in handy here.
You gonna say hello?
He just says hello and comment behind it. He's like, excuse me, can I get in, please?
No, it's not about getting in. Like, they're all standing there in the lobby saying, like, hey, everybody go to the meeting room.
Do I need to come to the meeting room too, or?
Yes, you do. And also, by the way, Varys, Kari, champion of the Sailor God. Varys.
Wait,
Huh.
how can? Adilius, how the fuck do you know that?
Seriously? My whole job is knowing shit and being a spy master.
Yeah, it
By the
kind
way,
of gets a
Pensy,
bit
you would
creepy.
have just heard. Apparently, Varys is the champion of a god.
Uh-uh.
I'm sorry. Did you just say champion of a god?
Who says that? Like, who said that? Sorry.
That would be Janria, the daughter of the leader of the Dwarven nation.
Andelius, this is why you don't go. Aren't you the spy master? Why do you keep saying all this shit out loud?
For good reason. Everybody round up with me. And, Corey, why don't you say hi to Varys? Say to Varys for me. And then you hear her say something in that. She says, hello. So you're the one they mentioned.
Uh, does she say that in Aqua, or does she say that?
She says that in Aquan, but to you, it sounds like Elvish.
I reply in kind, but like,
And for you, it's in Aquan, and you realize, wait, I'm talking in Aquan. And y'all
so
don't
that's
understand a
what.
word that he is saying. As I
And Varsh,
mentioned,
you just. Sorry, good.
I'll say, yeah, Varys, you just don't know what he's saying. He's speaking in a language you have never heard him speak before, guys, and that goes for both Amelie and Josaku.
Mm-hmm.
You've never even heard this language before. And Amelie, you've heard a lot of them.
Hmm.
I didn't just hear Varska, huh? Captain did say this would come useful at some point.
Is anyone going to tell me what's going on? In a minute, my lady. We all need to go to a meeting room, including you two. So everybody come on! Again? I forgot to swap it back to this. Okay, so whose measuring stick is that?
I don't.
That would be
know.
Hedges.
For what?
Click on the screen. Your measuring stick is still there.
Oh my. Oh, is it still there? Sorry. Let me get. How do I get this? Okay, is it gone?
There we go. Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. So yeah, with that, it's like, well, as you notice, over there is actually this massive table done up with everyone sitting around it. You see in it. Let me pull up the list here. Our images, guild leaders. Okay, and you see everyone kind of like, falling in around there. Um, boop, boop, boop. So the people you see around the table are Argus, Kari,
Yep.
Garim, Ayuda, and Chantiz is right behind Ayuda.
Yep.
Leofiel, Misha, Vanna, Rie, Rosny, and Rex, all in basically a circle around. You notice that there is that are two empty chairs. Actually, I'm sorry, three empty chairs. One of them actually looks used in like some degree. The other two are kind of like off in the corners, facing up against the wall.
I'm guessing one of them's for oral.
The one at the empty one at the table does look as if it was originally for Oro.
And what are the other two? Is it for the Urali and the Tianapa?
Mm-hmm. But there are no guilds there, so those chairs remain empty. And as they get down, you notice that there are like little dishes in there. They all pull this like little stone out of their pocket.
Sorry, quick question, Javi, before you start. Are we and Leah, not Leaf, I can't remember her name, I mentioned it already, but Raldus's wife, the only people that aren't like non-guild leaders that are here right now?
Vanhana is not here.
Oh, Vanhana didn't. Oh, I thought Vanhana was.
No, the
Okay,
only
Vanhana's
people
not.
in here are Genria, Pensy, and you guys.
Okay. So not even like Yulari's in here.
Nope, Yliri's not in here. The only other non-guild leader person in here is Chantes, but it's
But
pretty
that's because
easy to
he's next in
understand
line.
why. Yes, it's really easy to understand why, because he is the next in line um for that, and it's like Ayuda's on like the brink of retirement. Like
Yeah.
he'll probably retire within the next year or two and pass it on to Chantes. So it matters a lot for him. Let's say it is very much necessary for him to be here.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
Yep. Uh, thing. Yeah, doing it. It's like, well, why did you call the meeting, Adilius? Yeah, I'd also like to know that. I believe we all would. Well, you know how we've been trying to figure out other people that are designed for reveries? I've got a theory cooking up. Pensy, why don't you describe your dream that you had last night? As you can see,
Um,
this collection of some of the most powerful warriors on the planet um, are now all turning and looking and listening at you. So in case you had any sort of pressure, so they didn't have any sort of pressure on you, now you do.
ooh, this sounds fun. Can I make it like a performance?
Roll performance. Just also know that you have supposedly the world's best bard also in front of you.
Yeah, but might as well give it a shot. Okay, I rolled a 12. I have a plus 13. How does a
Freaking
25
bards.
sound?
25 sounds pretty good. Yeah, you make it a little bit of a performance. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's see. Well, I had been just shown to my room. I had met some new companions and laid down for the night when at some point I start having a dream. I'm in an unfamiliar place and a book gets knocked onto the floor. I go to pick it up and a blinding light starts coming out of the book when I drop it, and I see these two figures rising out of the book like an illusion. One in shrouded in light and the other in darkness. They were trying to make some sort of deal, and one threatened the other. Then, as their conversation was coming to a close, they said something about someone listening in on their conversation, and that was the last I heard from them. Then a mysterious old being came and made remarks about stories and how sometimes they will be told no matter what. And then I woke up in a panic.
Well, damn. I'm sorry. Shit. God, I as a player feel kind of bad that I'm doing so poorly for our new player. Um, shit.
Oh, don't worry.
You're fine.
Um,
So you had a did you have a description of the like because you said you saw two like individuals talking, right? And then you saw an older individual telling you about the stories that had to be written, right? What did you get any more descriptions of them, like what they look like?
I could not really see what the illusions looked like, but the being that showed up physically, it was very hard to figure out what he looked like other than just appearing to be advanced in age with long gray hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something real dumb. I'm gonna chuck what's the computer guy's name again, Hyper?
um, not
Huh?
Atlas.
Why are you
Freaking.
flipping me off, Hyper?
Oh, no, he's having
I'm
trouble.
muted. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
I was saying before you do that, one moment, because anyone with a passive perception of 12 or over.
15.
And Pod, what were you saying, by the way?
I was trying to remember computer guy's name. Freaking gold
Caretaker.
dude.
Yeah, take
Caretaker.
No, and that's I knew y'all would bring up caretaker, but I'm saying anything like that. Anyone with a passive perception over 12, you would notice that two people in particular
Yo.
look very interested in this story
Hmm.
in this room. Other than you guys, those people are Argus and Leofiel.
Makes sense.
Everyone else is looking a little bit confused, but those two look more determined, if anything. Look more intently staring.
Um,
So
would
wait, what the
I?
fuck is going on? Yes, you would notice it too. You would notice that again, Argus Bane, who's widely hailed as the world's greatest warrior and the world's strongest man, is staring at you, as well as Leofiel Aspenvale. widely renowned as the world's greatest druid, also known as Kingslayer, because she is the
Would
one who
I
single-handedly ended the last Great War, and you would know that this is who these are. Basically, they are considered two of the three strongest warriors in the world, alongside the Mage Khan.
would I be able to use the Kenku ability mimicry to try and recreate the voices I heard?
Yes. Um.
Kenkus are wild.
Yeah.
So with that, you do create it, but again, this is partially like you only get a very. Wait, what? No, he doesn't. Oh, that is a mistake. Dang it. He's
Oh
not
yeah,
supposed to have
that's
the
the
same.
wrong health.
Yeah, that's the wrong health. I messed up in the cards. I forgot to fix that one. Dang it. Because he also has a different AC.
Yeah, I'm not tanky at
He is
all.
not that tanky. He's at 97 and 12. I messed up the cards. Okay, but
Oh, that's
yep. Yeah, he's got an 18 in con. But yeah, with that, again, the two people that are staring intently at you with that, especially, are like, there's not much that can be done with that tonight, and we're all occupied tomorrow. However, I think we need to establish the fact that we may have just found another potential ally here. Pensy,
Uh,
Yes.
how would you like to be an adventurer? Bit.
Um, well, it's always been my goal to tell stories of other adventurers. I suppose I could give my hand at writing my own.
It won't just be your own. Around
Well,
you,
of course not.
actually, Argus, you are their boss. Why don't you tell them what it is? Seems like we found a replacement for Kaba. That happened fast.
cool.
I don't know which god it is. Somebody's talking to Pensy here. Wait,
I
how
might
do any of
be
y'all
able.
know this shit? What the
I
fuck is
might.
going on?
We might be able to get some hints about who it is.
And
Uh,
and how would that be?
I pull out caretaker.
Oh, hello everyone. And Pensy, you see this. Oh wait, that was one of the only other ones of AI I didn't get rid of just because of the how good it was. This this humanoid with completely blue, almost as if he's made out of magical light, appearing from this tiny crystal that's in Varys's hand. Hello everyone,
Mhm.
and new faces all around. Some people are like a little bit taken aback. Those people who have seen Caretaker before are kind of like still a little bit in shock about him being real, except for Argus, who's like had conversations at length with the guy.
Everyone, caretaker. Caretaker. Guild leaders of Abilene. For
Oh,
those that
then it is an honor to make all
do,
of your acquaintance.
for those of y'all that don't know who this is caretaker. He was built by the gods to help other reverie users in recent memory. Well, since the shattering and so on and so forth.
I am the
Uh,
caretaker of their knowledge and their steward.
what he said. Uh, we do require help, caretaker. We might have found another individual who could wield a reverie. Pansy, do you just mind repeating what you told us about your dreams, the caretaker?
And I would do so.
A library, you say? Interesting. Lady Rosny. Yes? It is true. that Ulcer as I've been told before, when Ulcer Lonebrace is in possession of the goggle's erudition, is he not? He is. Also, town if he would like to speak as well. That shouldn't be necessary. Then, of that mind, that leaves only two gods which possibly could have been. Tell me, Pensy, about yourself. What do you
There's
strive?
not much to know, really. I have traveled around trying to gather stories and learn great songs, uh, meeting whoever I find interesting along the way.
Then I have our answer. It seems the boy has been given a vision by Denier, the god of storytellers, scribes, and writing, the god of the written word, the creator of Chronicler. However, that is an interesting thing to reach for. I assume you all wish to know of its whereabouts as well. Chroniclers, that is. That we do, caretaker. Well, that would be in the library of all knowledge. In the sacred in the sacred wing. Ah, shit, it had to be one of those frickin' confusing ass planes, didn't it? Okay. Well, it's a good thing all of us are here. And this is Andilius talking at the moment. Everybody's kind of like staying silent. Because it's his house, they're kind of letting him take charge. Despite, like, technically, like, Argus, Leofiel, or Garim, or Iuda technically being, like, the elder statesmen of it, or, like, the ones who have the most, like, seniority or leadership among the guild leaders. They're kind of, again, his house, he takes charge. So with that, we'll have to figure out a way to get them to another plane of existence. Wait, so you're going to send. So you're going to send Pensy to another plane of existence? What is all this talk of gods? Lady Stormforge, it is something that cannot leave this room. It is something that cannot be written down. It is something that cannot be. Your father, along with everyone in this room and every other world leader at this wedding, obviously, we didn't just come here for a party. We were planning a counteroffensive, obviously, on the dragon near Vosh. On the other part of your dream, I'm not sure who it could be. It could be near Vosh. A large dark figure does sound, I'll say, like several of his minions, particularly Harglith. The name you're looking for is Harglith. And
Hold on,
Dilius, you don't have to
hold
say
on,
it. You don't have to skirt around the bush around me.
hold on. Sorry for interrupting. Did you, Pansy? Sorry, going back to that dream. Did you say it was a black figure grabbing a hold of a white figure by its neck?
Yes, that's correct.
And you said that the older individual said that this was stories of the past.
I
Correct?
believe so, yeah.
Stop. Black and white, 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 black and white. Also, you didn't say how.
What are you talking? What are you thinking of, Hedge?
So when we fought that white dragon, we saw Harglith grab him by his neck.
Did you now?
We did because we snuck in there. And we snuck in. And we saw that scene, and Haglet left, and that's when we fought them.
You
So
did. You are correct. You did see Hargleth basically like more or less treat Imontet an adult white dragon. By the way, for reference, Kiwi, Hargleth is one of the three almost like emissaries of Nirvash. He is currently the wielder of the Reverie of Grumsh. Basically, it is a hammer with only focus on breaking shit and destroying shit. Called Warmonger's Wrath. Effectively, what he did was he basically treated the dragon as an afterthought because he had beaten it in one-on-one combat before. And even afterwards, he basically held the hammer, this big ass war hammer, up under its neck. It's like saying, "Unless you want to go for round two." Both know how that's ending up. But as you heard earlier,
Yeah.
also this Hargleth is one of Ayuda's former students, who again went crazy and even sewed basically people's mounts' heads onto their bodies and left them in the capital city of Karem as a message to Ayuda.
yeah, and you see Varus just go, I think I know what that dream is talking. It might be off here. Garen, do you remember that white dragon we fought?
The creeping chill, yeah.
So while you were distracting you and your group were distracting the wyvern, we snuck in, right? We saw Haglet there, and Haglet grabbed him by the neck and threatened him before he left. I think this. I think Pansy might have seen that.
That makes sense, but why was Hargleth bigger? Or why was Hargleth bigger yet, lad? Oh, you're good to go in just a second, Pod. We're about done. You're free to go if you want.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna at least mute myself for now. Thank you.
No, you're good. Yeah.
He said it was stories, right? Well, I have two ideas. One is Haglet did beat the dragon, right? So maybe it's a show of power, of how strong Haglet is. Uh, Secondly, he said it was stored. The being said that stories were written, right? And usually, stories or history is usually written by the victors, right? So things are always embellished a tiny bit. And in this case, Haglet won, right? So you're writing something from the winner's perspective. He's gonna look a lot more big and stronger. So, well, I'm not a big reader. That's what I get from reading my trashy novels. I'm sure someone smarter than me can figure it out in this room.
As you say the trashy novels, Argus is like, you were doing so well. I was so proud of you for a moment.
Listen, everyone has their quirks. It's one of the few things that keeps us
You
sane in this
could
stupid
have
ass.
left that one out, son. You could have left that one out.
Okay.
Also, by the way,
But
Varys is Argus' son.
which I'm pretty sure all the guild leaders know of.
Yeah, all the guild leaders at this point know about it. It is not public
I-
knowledge, though. So
Dude, he
yeah.
never
Wait.
shuts up about it. What do you mean it's not public knowledge?
Wait, does Carria know about it or Carria?
who?
Carria? Carria, the Titan?
Sorry.
Kari, sorry, Kari.
Kari does, yes.
What the fuck, bro? The Titan knows about it too?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what Varus is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with that, everybody's saying it's like, welp. Sandos is saying, well, whatever the answer was, Pensy, I believe you now have a occupation and a group of traveling companions. My apologies, my lady, but I wanted to. None of this can leave this room. If you don't mind, Varys, leaving caretaker with us for tonight, and I will return him to you before the evening is done.
Yep, I
Everyone that
just
is not a guild leader in here, you are free to go back if you like.
and you know what? I'll just say, if you don't mind, I'd like to stick around and see what's figure out what's going on.
Right? You are more than welcome to. Yep, and as again, y'all do that. Everyone else, are all of y'all sticking in the room or leaving?
I think Petsy would just turn to Genria real quick and be like, "Well, this has all happened rather suddenly. Um, I guess we should try to enjoy tomorrow then, huh?"
That we should. Not gonna lie, gonna miss you a little bit around, I'll say around the library back home, but finally getting the chance to write your grand story.
Not exactly what I thought would come of this trip, but we go along with life's crazy acts.
That we are. That we
And I
do.
think Petsy would be kind of a little bit shocked by everything and go like back up to the room to sleep.
Go. And the last thing we will end tonight's session on is Amelie would hear in her head, "Oh, so that's what the vibe I got from him. It's that same shit as Fee." And that's where we end tonight's session. With Eric's talking, it's like, I knew I had something right. Well, everybody at home, thanks for watching. Thank God it's Friday, and see you guys next time.